game. We've seen that already in this tournament.
Yeah, they're a very talented squad, the best that Korea has to offer. I mean, when I was in Korea, they weren't all together at this point. They were all on various teams. They were always the star players of said teams. Like MP, when I first got to Korea, I think he was probably like first big player just because he was highlighted by Reddit. He went, when he played a tournament in Poland or something like that, they're like, wow, this guy's actually legit for how little Dota he's played. And funny enough, Dubu, I think, was the latest entrant towards the scene. Like, I first met Dubu like 2 years ago. He was like 4.5k MMR. He just always smiled all the time, and I was like, this is a clown. Like, then we played against him when he was a ringer, and he was really bad. I don't want to understate that. Like, he was really terrible, and I was just like, I don't know why this guy's like still trying to make this a thing. And he just kept grinding and grinding and grinding, and he got better and better, and his understanding of the game just became better and better. And he was always taking a back seat to everybody. Like, the Cranes were like, Dubu's just learning from us, and eventually now he's their leader.
So
yeah,
what you're saying is, right, he was stuck in a trench of sorts, and he was able to make his pro debut. I'm presuming he's still 4.5k MMR.
No, he's like 7.8.
Yeah, Austin,
really?
don't get
Wow.
carried away. This is not how it works for you in veggies. Just doesn't work like that, right? You can't just keep grinding and grinding and become a pro player and then get into EG. It doesn't work like that.
Don't shit on my dreams here. Jesus Christ. You're
Look,
so
I'm
mean.
just trying to keep it real, all right? I keep Fog real. I keep trying to keep you real.
I was wondering what Yanni tweeted out, Paul's a bully. Now I come on here and you just shit on my hidden dreams of becoming a pro player.
I knew where you were going with that. Let's talk about the matchup. We've picked out the offlane in here because it's a particularly interesting area, Austin, in this particular game, because you've got a guy who's transitioning, and then you've got a guy who's actually really pretty good in the lane as well. So, bit of a contrast.
Yeah, I think Forev, there was a tournament, I think it was like Epicenter. I was on a panel with Shiver, and she said, I think Forev's the best offlaner in the world. And I was like blown away. I was like, whoa, no way. Like I was like, I could easily at least 3 offlaners that I think are above and beyond where Forev's at. But he really has, like, my opinion of him has changed quite a bit. I really do think he's easily the best offlaners in the world right now. I think he's probably one of the star players of Immortals. I think he just does so much for them. I know this whole entire lineup is supposed to be based around QO, and he's kind of the person who has this certain kind of play style that everyone has to play around. But I really do think there should be more credit given to Forev and the things he's able to do in the offlane and some of the innovations he comes up with.
It's also about flexibility in this lineup, Will, because those 3 cores can pretty much cycle through a ton of different heroes between them. Like, they can play just a completely weird run. I mean, for instance, Forev's top 5 heroes right now: Veno, Pugner, Jakiro, Batrider, Weaver.
Yes, and we've also seen him play Bounty Hunter. He plays a Nature's
Absolutely.
Prophet.
Yeah,
Like, you can just list pretty much every hero that, if they can run it, they will run it in the offlane.
Yeah, but it gives them so much flexibility, doesn't it, in the draft? Because we know that the other 2 cores can play them as well.
Of course, but at the same time, the core principle stands, and that's what I really like about this team is even though the heroes might change and the pieces might look a little bit different, it's still the same type of Dota that they want to execute every single time. So even though you might see alignment where you're like, how is that going to work? Know this, they will run at you, they will want to fight you, they want to take objectives.
Is there something about their mentality that, like, it's just different? Because I feel like every single time I watch them, is it some sort of thought process that they have that they're always able to make these things work? It seems like they just are very cognitive about, like, talking, hey, guys, this is how we need to play this matchup in order to win this game. I'm looking at drafts sometimes or team fight scenarios that I can't imagine how they're going to be able to win it, but they find the right kind of initiation or they make the right wraparound or something to be able to give them an advantage that does give them the opportunity to win the game.
Yeah.
Mark used to tell me that QO is like, you have to play around him because this guy, like, sometimes it was said in jest, like, and very lovingly, but he's like, sometimes QO like just switches off his brain, and you have to also like follow suit. Like, everyone just has to go all in with whatever he wants to do, and even if it's the wrong thing, the ability to just everyone commits to one thing, even if it's not necessarily the best play, is so important in Dota, because in Dota you have 5 people that want to do 5 different things, and the ability to just come around to one player and say, like, we're going to play however you want to play is really, really important. It requires a lot of shoving your ego to the side and just allowing yourself to be enveloped in something greater.
All right, we're into draft number 1, and we've got an NS first pick. We do have 2 recent matches, obviously, between these two to look back on in terms of draft. Is it going to look anything similar?
Apparently
No.
not.
No,
It is
apparently
not.
it isn't. So there's the answer.
Thank you for the underthrow toss there. Easy catch. We'll knock it out of the park. Zeus is definitely different.
Yeah.
I really like that Zeus Spearbreaker opener.
Why?
I think what they really want against team is just a team fight.
Okay.
And I think Zeus provides both those things, and you're going to be able to win the warning battle as well, which I think is really important because they're looking to just pick you off. And I think the Spearbreaker pick is a hero that's, I mean, Immortals can still pick it up. I think this instrument and the last one has shown that having 2 4-position heroes is not necessarily a bad thing anymore.
Okay, but isn't there something to be said about Zeus not being able to give you like any stuns from support position here? Don't know what he's going to be in the off lane, maybe mid, but he's not going to provide you any stuns. He's a little bit slow. He's quite susceptible in the laning phase. If he's a core, he's very much gank.
Sure, but I think it's something. Well, Zeus, and okay, well, Zeus doesn't have any sort of initiation, or he doesn't have any sort of team.
Bounty Hunter, and in that way, Zeus does beat them all when it comes to team fighting potential.
Yes. Well, and Ricky was banned,
That too.
so I think that lends even more credence to this pick. But
But that would mean presumably Puppy takes the breaker and then Zeus is Yaps?
I think it's the other way.
Just in terms of what they've played, yeah. Like the 5th most played hero for Puppy is Breaker, and Yaps' 4th most is Zeus.
And that they actually ended up banning AA themselves. So what does that tell us? Like Necro, but there's a Pugna on the other side as well. What else is he good against? Like DD?
I mean, A is good versus Huskar, but
Maybe they're just annoyed by it. There's still Wyvern available for Immortals. That was a hero that they picked often. But I think Immortals, they got like AM'd twice, something like that. They got to be careful of that happening again.
yeah.
We're starting to see, I think, more of anti-mages as a hero, like the prevalence of that hero. Like he's just being picked more and more in pubs, in professional play. I think professional play is setting the standard and saying like, if this is a game where they don't have these hard lockdown heroes and they only have these soft lockdown laning heroes, then let's just straight up pick anti-mage and win the game.
He's like the hardest carry that's viable right now, right?
Yes.
It's like most of the other hard carries aren't really being picked up, so then it's just a question of whether or not you have enough catch for him,
Yeah,
right?
like
I feel like
Spectre-
there's 2 sides of AM.
Yeah, like Spectre's pretty bad. Morphling loses to AM. Sven is obviously one of the better options, but everyone makes sure that Sven is banned or
Yeah.
the carry's already been selected.
And
so-
then Bloodseeker is usually a common ban as well.
yeah, and I don't even know if Bloodseeker hard counters as much as we think, but instead of a Wyvern or something like that, they take Disruptor. Great hero. Saw how useful he was last game.
Great for controlling up the puck. Also going to be very effective against the Zeus. It leads a nice little combination where they have, you said, hey, vision, pick off. This is what Immortals is going to be doing to you. Well, they had the vision game in hand with the Night Stalker. Pick off potential is so much higher when you do have a vision advantage on the Disruptor for those opportunity for glimpse backs.
It works both ways though, like the Puck versus Disruptor one. Because Puck can also just like initiate on you, blow you
Yeah,
up
he could
really
just be
fast.
super aggressive on
Yeah,
you.
and you can dodge a lot of Disruptor spells.
Yeah, you can phase shift. You can blink out of Static Storm.
Yeah.
Phase shift
If you're
into
really fast.
blink. Yeah. It is. I think it controls a certain amount of the battlefield, which I always think is really good for Pugna, who just kind of wants to sit in one place with his ward and start draining people.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of want a frontline hero for him, right?
Yeah, that's why you have Spearbreaker.
I mean, for the Pugna lineup.
For the Pugna lineup, I mean, they have NS. They'll definitely pick like some kind of core for Q that just runs in anyways.
Yeah. What about the Dragon Knight, since you're facing a puck, or because we don't know where the puck is, it's not value enough?
I don't know if it's that easy to just pick it up. And they
Yeah.
take Monkey King. So do you just straight up Outrider? Or do you commit to putting this Pugna in the off lane?
That monkey presumably is for Ace, right?
Yeah.
At this point.
Oh, they take Viper. I like that. Viper's really hard to kill for Secrets lineup.
Yeah, they've got Zeus and Puck, bunch of magic damage.
Yeah.
Spearbreaker doesn't really like charging Viper mid at all. You wanted one of those kind of neutralized mids, right? You want to neutralize that 4 position who's super disruptive.
But you don't know if Secret is running anything anywhere. Like, you're not certain.
Yeah.
Because Monkey King can... I don't love it, but he can go off lane. And Puck can also go off lane and mid.
Seems like the most likely scenario right now is that safe lane Monkey King,
Yeah.
and then the toss-up between Puck and Zeus off lane and mid.
I'd have to imagine it's an off lane Puck now.
Yeah, off lane Puck.
He hates
and,
that Viper matchup.
and leave mid one's matchup for last.
Yeah. So...
The 4 position Zeus.
That if I were Immortals, you have to show your carry before he shows his mid. And you need a carry that's just like decent against everything. I mean, you don't have Wisp this time. So your options are a bit different. So you can naturally assume it's a Puck.
Now, you like a lot of single target damage against Monkey King, right? Like if you're going to look at that safe lane
Sure.
in that regard. So what about the, the Svens, Ursas, those kind of heroes that just come in with a lot of physical damage?
I hate Ursa.
Not a good hero right now?
I just dislike him. I would say... what's... I think Sven's alright. I think Sven's okay. They had some kind of save. I would have said Huskar as well. I would say... I would have said like a year ago.
Yeah.
CK is not bad either, but CK kind of gets crushed by Zeus. Like, it's a really annoying setup. Would they ban PA?
Yes.
Then they ban PL for the Pugnet counter. So they don't. So they think there's a mid missing. You could just get TB too. Picking illusion based heroes against that lineup
Yeah,
just seems
Zeus
annoying.
seems really...
Yeah, that's why I would have thought they were gonna take something like that would just be like fine and lane.
It really does seem like this is... how is Void? Safe lane Void here.
Void's alright.
It's okay, but I think like Puck and stuff. I think Sven's still better.
Yeah, Sven's alright. Void's alright. And T Magus is alright. Slark's bad against this lineup, right? Oh, they take Troll. That's weird.
You think Troll's a good hero right now? Ben definitely seemed very against Troll Warlord.
I'm pretty bearish on him. I think that hero is like... He's got problems.
But at least he can turn on the single target damage and try
Yeah.
and blow some people up, but...
They needed a Rosher too.
So final one, where do we go?
You need a mid that just like does okay against Viper and will eventually... Oh. Leaps.
Wow.
Ace Meepo.
Well, they've thrown us a curveball there, and they've thrown Immortals a curveball as well, because that is going to be an Ace Meepo.
They do not have a great anti-Meepo lineup.
No.
They've
We're
got
waiting
the
on-
control of Static Storm.
They don't pick him off either. It's the issue.
Yeah.
And they all die pretty quickly to him. But I think it's going to be whichever team gets Roche first will be at an advantage.
Okay, let's get some predictions from both of you. Which way for you, Austin?
I'm going to go with the Meepo lineup. I mean, it's a last pick Meepo. You always got to feel confident about that.
Okay.
Going to go with Immortals. I think they're going to run at them a lot, and that'll be enough.
Okay, all right. Some in-depth, off the wall kind of analytical stuff. And I think he just wants to have a good game, and don't we all just want to have a good game? It's Secret versus Immortal, and it's game one. Let's have it over the commentary team.
Thank you very much, Paul. Oh my goodness, Winter, we're doing it. It's actually happening. We have a Meepo for the first time in this tournament. Ace hasn't really played it all that much in competitive, but it's one of his most played just in pub matches and stuff. Do you think it's a good Meepo game? Do you like the pick?
Yeah, quite good here. Troll, Viper, not very good heroes against the Meepo. They do have like some AoE with the Disruptor ultimate, but if Meepo gets a very, very good early game, I can see the Meepo actually just running over them and getting Roshan. And it will be very, very difficult for Immortals to, deal with him. But I do think that early game should be going well for them. They have the Viper and the Night Stalker. I expect them to have some sort of like a early lead in the laning phase, and then we'll see how things go. And like I mentioned, the Rosh is going to be very, very important here. Meepo against Troll, both of those heroes won the Roshan. And whoever gets that is going to be in a very good position in the game. So laning phase wise, I think if Secret does okay, and they don't lose their lanes too bad against the NS, they'll also be in a really good position for team fights. Zeus, Puck, Monkey King.
These are good heroes, quite hard to deal with. And I mean, I guess I'm thinking sort of as well, is this the type of draft where you would imagine the entire time Secret kind of knew that that's what they wanted to go for?
They're like setting it up. I think the opening as well as Spirit Breaker, Zeus, seems like they were up to something. And the panel even mentioned Zeus is really good against how Immortal plays Dota, because they keep running at you. So you want a hero that's really good in team fight, gives you a lot of vision, so you can see it coming. Definitely have a plan around the Zeus. Zeus and Meepo is also quite good together, because like when you give vision, you find someone that's alone. Meepo can just blink in, kill someone really fast. Protects you with the when you're trying to do Roche because of the Zeus vision as well. It's all about like the vision of this hero.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, Kilo going to square off against Puppy here. Shout-outs as well to our wonderful observer. Cap is going to fill in again since we've got the Poison Swedes who are out of commission, at least for today. Hopefully they'll be back again shortly. But Ace heading over towards the mid lane on the Meepo, and this is going to be a matchup against a Viper.
Yeah, this is okay for Meepo. I think Meepo is going to lose the matchup slightly in the lane, but he's going to like rely on the jungle, like push out the lane with Poof, jungle. Like Viper's gonna like own the lane, but Meepo won't fall too far behind in terms of net worth, I think. He just needs to make sure that he can jungle. Like if there's stacks for him to come back on, that's all he cares about here.
Absolutely.
And when he's doing that, probably the Zeus is just gonna go mid and just grab some easy levels there.
Yeah, if they can get away with it, certainly feels like it's going to be a decent start. But Febby down here bottom, going to try and make some stuff happen, as also up top. They're just sort of keeping the rest of Immortals on the tips of their toes since they've brought in the Spirit Breaker as well.
Yep.
Oh,
the
bottom
lanes,
lane.
Pretty interesting lanes though. I guess Secret doesn't want the Monkey to go up against the Pugna. They want the Monkey to be against Troll. I'm not sure why here. They probably feel like it's easier for him to farm at top. So right now, all three lanes going okayish for Secret. Puck hasn't got any last hits yet, but he's getting experience and he's on the safe lane, so eventually he's going to get some farm.
Absolutely.
Monkey King is getting okayish farm. I think the lane's going okay for them right now.
Yeah. I guess that it also is more scary once you get towards the nighttime point in time as well, but we'll have to keep our eyes on that, see how things end up working out for Ev and Febby again, just messing around with them. And now back mid again, Meepo also getting decent farm against MP, although he does have a decent chunk of denies also. But 2-minute mark, we'll have to watch for these runes. Febby should be able to secure this one. Yaps are not really able to go and contest at all.
Yeah, when the nighttime comes, that's going to be when the game starts for Immortals, and the Spirit Breaker played by Puppy has to be constantly trying to charge the NS to make sure that he doesn't get a kill. Like, Meepo's going to be maybe jungling during that time, and Night Stalker potentially going to search for him in the jungle, so it's going to be up for the supports to protect the Meepo when he's jungling. He's off to a fairly good start right now. He has his level 3, so it's going to start jungle soon. Stack, jungle, and that's what Meepos do. Like, Viper's going to have a CS lead. That's going to be happening for sure. But as long as Meepo has some stacks to go back to, then he'll be fine. Catch up in levels.
Meepo, he moved over there for a second. That was going to be the Hasterin picked up by the Night Stalker as well. So he's able to go and contest if something like that does happen. But up top lane as well, Dubu getting gone at a little bit. A couple stacks of that Jingu, but they will finally back off.
Immortals are actually starting to do quite well in all three lanes. The Pugna and the Troll is farming quite a bit from the lanes despite the pressure from the SB. Troll still has more last hits than the Monkey King right now. This is starting to look better for Immortals right now, and it's not nighttime yet. 1 more minute till nighttime. I expect it to be worse when it comes to nighttime. So Viper getting absolute free farm here. Meepo doing jungle. I think Immortals are actually coming up better now. I thought it was better for Secret like 1.5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But right now, Immortals are like securing their lanes better, and it's about to hit nighttime. So
Yeah, this is getting really scary. I mean, they do have the charge that's going to come in here onto QO, but not really that much that they're capable of doing. They do have a Boundless Strike available, and they will throw that out now onto QO, but no way to run him down, really, with no Orb of Venom on the Monkey King.
yeah, Puppy's still level 1. Okay, the game is going to begin right now for Immortals. Nighttime kicks in, takes the 4-minute rune.
He does get the bounty.
Okay, never
But
mind.
he is in a hell of a lot of trouble. Stick charge is available for Night Stalker. We'll see if Yapsor decides to turn back around. You do have the Spear Breaker that's charging in, but he is a ways away. And Febby, maybe knowing that he's getting charged right now, since they did end up being able to throw out the Chain Lightning, and, well, breaks the charge
root.
with the Void. Not bad.
Okay, he got rooted as well. So 4-minute rune, Night Stalker picks it up. Doesn't have much mana, so won't be able to use it to make any aggressive plays right now. So the situation is still being quite even on the other two lanes. Like all the 4 heroes, the Pugna Troll, Monkey King, and the Pug are all getting very evenish farm. Viper's getting everything. Meepo is trying to jungle, but it's going to be nighttime now. I think things are going to get better for Immortals. The Night Stalker is going to start moving now, so he's going to help win the other 2 lanes. One of the other 2 lanes at least.
It looks like his sights are set up on the top lane, knowing that if you can shut down this Monkey King early, not a hero that wants to play from behind all that often. They do scan out, anticipating a wraparound that would be coming, but it's just going to be Night Stalker running right at him.
Where are the wards though? They don't have any wards out on the map, and it's nighttime. This is not good for Secret. They're under a lot of pressure. They don't see the Night Stalker. They don't have much vision around the river area. You can see, as you can see here, Ace is really scared. Doesn't want to come out to the lane at all. They have to get these wards down right now.
Puppy has 2 of them on his Spirit Breaker, and it's kind of tough when you're needing to wrap around and make stuff happen around the rest of the map. So he does place 1 down, but
Febby has already placed both of his wards down. Like whoever places the wards down first, getting the information advantage ahead of the enemy, will be able to most often make better decisions than the enemy.
yeah.
So this is going to be really crucial. The Night Stalker right now is putting a lot of pressure.
Jeez, and they just see all of Ace's movement right here. Seeing the double stacked up camps now, we'll have to watch and wait if they can make anything happen with this. Febby probably can't really put too much pressure onto Ace himself, but at the very least, if they wanted to, they could bring somebody in to try and contest the farm.
Stealing his experience when he's doing jungle is also good enough for the NS if he can actually do it. Because
Dubu is doing that right now, actually.
yeah, Meepo relies a lot on like levels to speed farm, snowball. If you slow him down by levels during this stage of the game, it's going to have quite a good impact on the game later on.
Bottom lane, Febby again is just farming up a couple of these camps. There's a rotation that's coming in from the Spirit Breaker. Doesn't seem that likely to translate into anything of significance, as, well, a little bit of damage down to Yapsor. Febby getting very up close and personal in the mid lane as well. They're going to go now onto the Viper, trying to blow him up. Ace drops so low, but isn't going to end up falling as he walks away on 5 HP. Ace somehow is finally going to be brought down. Oh, lordy, that was very close, but they do get a return kill at the very least.
Yep, Monkey King still chasing down Dubu on the Disruptor here. Pops the Shrine, still gonna go down.
Well done.
Very important rotation there by Secret. They brought in 4 heroes into the mid lane to take down that all-important Viper that has been, you know, king of the mid lane for 7 minutes. Yeah. That was a very huge kill there by Secret. They were 1k behind without kills before that, and now they're 1k ahead after the exchange. Huge turnaround.
Quite good. And Ace now getting further and further ahead. Forev able to take down Yapsor actually over there in the mid lane. Just a little bit too far outside his range, and now Puppy also sort of getting gone on by Febby and Dubu. There is a ward in the area, so Secret sees this movement and might even be able to chase somebody down as they're already looking, but cancel the charge.
Secret are just playing so well during the first night phase. They did not lose much ground. I was expecting them to actually lose more. But Night Stalker's rotations weren't really effective, despite being the first one to place down all that vision.
Yeah.
Spirit Breaker and I think Monkey King coming in there was so crucial for them. So right now, daytime, Immortals are not going to be able to pursue their aggression as much. They're going to go back to farming. Troll's gonna... What does Troll have? Does he have Just a killer.
Yeah, not really a whole hell of a lot.
And he's probably just going to go for like a Master of Madness.
There are a lot of these stacks still just sort of hanging out around the map. They were able to take out the one down bottom as a little bit more aggression is coming out. But that's something that we're going to probably watch for Meepo to clear out in a little bit if possible.
I guess Secret are more happy to play. If no kills are happening, they're more happy with their lineup to farm with the for now. Meepo, Monkey King, those heroes, and the Zeus as well, getting levels. They need to find a way to get Yapzor levels. Very, very important. The Zeus doesn't do much without levels. Spirit Breaker can be the sacrificial lamb, you know. Run around, tank the smoke gangs, scout. Oh, the creeps actually go forward there, so Fabi's got to know there's a ward around there.
Yeah.
So that's going to probably get dewarded. So the next thing I was going to talk about was like MP. I was kind of thinking before that whether he actually goes for... I was going to go for a Midas because he had a free lane. He didn't actually choose to go for a Midas. He goes for just basic items, lane items, a wand, Aquila, and into a hood because they have a lot of magic damage. But I'm still surprised without the Midas. Like most players getting a free lane would get a Midas very early. But we'll see how it plays out for them.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see if that's something that does come around later. Viper maybe being a little bit underfarmed relative to his counterparts in the other lanes. We do also have Febi picking up the urn and starting to make this rotation down bottom. Monkey King is going to be here as well as Fata, so if they're not careful, this could get a little bit scary. They don't have nighttime, still another 2 minutes, and Monkey King is spotting absolutely everything. The charge is going to come through as well, and Febi most likely to just get blown up right at the start of this. They do jump forward and are going to be able to find that kill on the Night Stalker.
He actually didn't see the ward, yeah? He placed the sentry. I think he just didn't see. He placed a sentry because he knew that the creeps are... I was talking about it, the creeps came out and chased him, but he didn't check the corner. That's why he just died there. I think he didn't see the ward.
That's not something you see every day.
I guess he just didn't see, or he didn't check. I'm not very sure, but he didn't deward, and he just died there. So now Meepo's closing into his dagger.
Fata, jeez. Brought down very low there.
Well, welcome to Pugna, my friend.
You like this hero? Are you a fan?
Yeah, it's a very good hero now. Very strong hero. Does a lot of damage on off-lane position. Can be mid, can be off-lane, can be carry in certain cases. Just a very flexy, good pick right now. The green heroes, you know. The green gang of heroes in the meta.
Oh, a bunch of cool guys. He did end up being able to get that D-ward there. Forev did in the bottom lane. And now another maybe jump forward? It's a little bit too scary with Dubu right there as well.
They have to wait for the nighttime though. Nighttime is kicking in 50 seconds. Disruptor does not have ultimate yet. They already use the Tomb, I think.
Yeah, he just used it on himself, so got up to level 5 with that one.
And Meepo is going to hit his timing. He's going to hit his first timing, the blink. He has blink and double rape and power threads. This is Meepo's first timing. If he can actually get a fight here, win a fight before nighttime, that would be so big for them. This is a very good timing for him to get a blink just right before the night.
They just hit the scan as well, and so they're walking forward. There's the Boundless Strike. Dubu down as well. Are they going to be able to catch him? They do get the glimpse away, so it's not going to land with the charge. And it looks like, at least for now, they're looking to get out of here for the moment. Ace falls forward, but he's actually got the Blink Dagger canceled by virtue of that Thunder Strike. And the jump forward, QO dropping low. Do they find the kill? No, the patch! It comes out, but Fata's still able to secure the kill, and now trying to run them all down. Thundergod's Wrath comes out. Forev is gone. They've only lost the puck. A big Boundless Strike. All of the regen mid one, not quite able to live through that one though. And now MP getting ran down also. It looks like he is going to be another one to go down here as Secret win big.
What a play right there by Secret, getting the dagger right before the night phase, choosing to take that fight, jumping in, initiating with the puck and the Monkey King. They just chose their fight so well. That fight was just before the night phase kicked in, before the Disruptor got level 6. So many important things missing there for Immortals. Fight could have been easily turned on Immortals' favor if it was nighttime and if Dubu had his ultimate up.
Just 30 seconds difference. Like you talk about the timings that you hit on it. Really, really cool stuff.
Every second counts, my friend. Dota
there it is.
Just amazing.
Yeah, like as the nighttime hit right there, that was when the Night Stalker died. But a silence coming through. Febi, did you bite off more than you could chew? Looks like he's going to be able to back out.
Okay, so Roshan should be the next objective for this Meepo right now. He just want to fight with the dagger, so let's see if they can actually maybe wait for... They're gonna wait for the puck dagger. Then maybe they're gonna make a smoke. Fata has 100 gold shot of the blink. Yeah, I guess you wait for that. and you maybe try to make a smoke. If you can take a team fight, then you win that fight and you can actually get Roche.
Right.
I'm sure Roche is going to be very important.
Yeah, most definitely. He talked about the need for that for these types of heroes, the Troll, the Viper. But I guess also for Meepo, it's pretty freaking good. And we'll have to wait and see. Considering that it is nighttime and that level 6 is up now for the Disruptor, do you need to wait until the next 2 minutes is up before you decide to go for another aggressive play for Secret?
Ideally, yes, you want to wait for daytime. But if Immortals overextend, say they put themselves in a bad spot, you still want to take advantage of it. You still want to try and defend your towers as much as you can. It's 2 minutes to daytime. Night Stalker is going to have his ultimate, so 2.5 minutes or so of night remaining. They get a tier 1 here, so Puck has his dagger right now.
Yeah, Secret just feeling in a really good position.
Yeah,
They are getting pushed though, mid lane.
I guess they're just going to wait for daytime unless they find a really good opportunity to fight. But right now, looking at the map vision, Immortals are controlling the Secret jungle. They have 2 deep wards here, seeing the Ancients and the jungle further in.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
Puppy's in
Puppy.
trouble.
Time to run away, buddy. Get the hell out of there. They do get the pullback, and, well, he's going to be decrypted and sucked off. That's going to be a dead Spirit Breaker, so Puppy going down. But you take that for 4 heroes hanging out in your jungle, not really doing much.
Yeah, and you lose the support. It's 1 more minute. They want to wait for 1 more minute daytime. Meepo's going to push up top with his clones. Yeah, I guess Secret are just playing this game very well in terms of understanding the timings. They're using the timings very well, understanding when the opponent's really strong. One more minute till day, so Immortals are just trying to use this last minute of night to actually try to pressure a tower.
Look at this, the smoke up though. They know that it's going to be about that time when they want to fight, and immediately Immortals are going to back out.
It's 40 seconds plus NS has darkness, though. I think Immortals still have a decent window here to take a fight. It's 40 seconds plus another 40 seconds of darkness. Oh, he's going to pop darkness
man, they're just going. They don't care though. Look, mid lane, Dubu, is he going to get caught? They do have Thunder God's Wrath still if they want to go for it. Fada jumps forward, gets the silence down as well. That's not going to be Puppy going down. Actually, he should fall to that one. Had stick charges but didn't want to use it. They pull back in the Puck. Secret. Well, when there's good fights, there's also sometimes bad fights, and they lost 3 for nothing.
That was not good because nighttime and Fabi, he sensed that something was happening. There was very, very quick reactions there. Like, no one was pushing out the mid lane. He straight popped his darkness. He sensed something was wrong, and in Secret losing all that vision. I think probably Zeus should have popped his ultimate there to actually immediately scan, like to scout out for the enemies.
Right.
But he got jumped there because he didn't have vision, and they see him first, so you're just gonna die.
Well, as weird as it might sound, it does feel like this is one of those opportunities where you might even just want to go again right now because, you know, Static Storm was down.
Yeah,
it's now daytime. You've got a long period of momentum where you can maybe make something happen.
You're right. They actually should. Yeah, they're smoked up.
Okay. Top lane, Ace getting gone on. They're going to be able to go for Febby right at the start. That's going to be a connection and most likely a kill. They take down the Night Stalker and maybe more.
Oh, this Meepo is rolling in cash right now. So fat.
Spear Breaker charged through. They are able to break the ultimate coming from the Pugna.
Oh, here comes Q.
Puppy?
Puppy should be fine.
Yeah, he's gone.
I thought he doesn't want to run up the high ground there. Too risky because Meepo might TP down on the shrine and just kill him. Right now, before the Troll has BKB, he can't fight the Meepo. So Meepo still has this advantage over Troll before he gets BKB. And he's getting it in... Okay,
well, to be honest, the other thing you got to be terrified about for Meepo is he's going to have E-Blade right about now almost. So you add that into his arsenal, all of a sudden either Viper or Troll aren't going to be able to attack. They're taking increased magical damage. This, support Zeus around that's actually got levels and an Aether Lens completed.
This is looking really good for Secret right now. Meepo is very, very far ahead. The Troll BKB is not going to come until maybe another 4 minutes. At least, unless they somehow win a team fight. They're going to have to wait for next darkness for the team fight.
Well, but they do have Static Storm that's back up. They're smoked up in the mid lane, not really able to find an angle to take that fight.
Secret are just playing this really, really well though so far. So they have the E-Blade completed. They're going to try to make a move soon.
There they are, right in the mid lane. They called off the charge. Thought they were going to go on MP. That would probably have been suicide.
But I guess the downside is everyone else is poor on Secret, apart from the Meepo. If you look at their net worth spread, Meepo has the majority of the cut, 10k net worth. the Puck and the Monkey King are both like 5.8, 5.1. So they're gonna need this Meepo to show up big time in this game.
Oh, mid one was being stalked in the night by the NS, but they weren't able to connect.
Okay, so what else are they waiting? Let's see. Zeus has Aether Lens. I'm not gonna look at Spirit Breaker. He's gonna just be buying wards. Puck almost not exactly near his use. Still some way to go. Mid one doesn't have anything. He can buy. He can actually maybe buy. I'm thinking since far behind, is he actually going to consider getting a Midas as well? Not sure. He's so far queued up. The Echo Saber. That's gonna help him a bit.
Oh, charge up top. Is it time to go? Time to party?
Yeah. Can they get Roche though? Like Roche is very important. Nighttime is going to come.
Charge through. They found themselves one. That's going to be the connection to follow. Static Storm down, but Forev actually able to get off the decrypt and now turn it back around onto Puppey, kill him off. The jump forward, they're trying to kill off Forev, and he is finally going to be brought down there. Ace already on a killing spree.
Okay, is that Roche? Or can they actually get the Roche here? Meepo's gonna dagger towards the Roche, and yeah, he's gonna try to get Roche. This is super important.
And he's level 19 right now. Look at this guy.
Look at the timing again. It's 30 seconds to night. They're doing everything, every single move right before nighttime, twice in a row.
I mean, people have talked about how strong Night Stalker is as a hero, but if you play around that nighttime, as we're seeing right here, it sort of mitigates it.
Playing this game so well. They are actually playing this game so well in terms of how they are moving, how they are planning their itemizations, how they're using their itemizations to actually get an advantage. I just got dagger, let's go fight. It's before nighttime, that was the first one. Then he got an E-Blade, they tried to fight before night again, and they won another fight. 2 key fights won just by getting items and fighting before night.
Well, to be fair, there are a couple of things that are going into the way of Immortals as well. We've got ourselves a Dragonlance and about to be a 4-staff completed on Viper as well. And the BKB is about to be completed for QO also. So there's a few things that are starting to go their way, but it's still pretty scary considering how quickly these heroes can get blown up. Especially if Meepo finishes off that sheep stick anytime soon. But he's still a ways away from that one.
I guess you can kind of use E-Blade to save one of your clones if Troll jumps on it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the game, it's a 10-second BKB, so the Troll, I think, is going to be extremely strong.
Bottom lane. They're going, trying to find one. Troll is going to be contained. They've got him locked down here, even in spite of that BKB. And if they wanted to, they could maybe even think about turning this back around. Well, Fata
Didn't they see the BKB? I thought they saw the BKB. I guess not.
Apparently not. So they find themselves 2 kills, Spirit Breaker and Puck on the floor. But look at the top lane right now. Ace is just hitting the tier 3 towers and looking for it. There's no turnaround at all. MP trying to run away. They're afraid of TP's getting canceled, and MP is just going to end up dying here as well. People doing a ton of damage. Ace does end up losing his Aegis, but can they find any more? Yapsor thinking about chasing this. They do have another Primal Spring forward, and mid one trying to chase down this Viper will eventually be able to not quite get him.
Good silence there. His stun was almost coming off cooldown there. I think without the silence, Viper might have actually just died there.
And the tier 3 tower only took about 2/3 or a third
overall,
HP.
It was like what, 2 heroes for 2 heroes and a 10-second BKB charge down, and your tier 3 going and Aegis.
Yeah.
They lost Aegis, but your tier 3 actually lost about half. I guess that's, all things considered, that's a victory for Secret. I think the initiation might be just to try to make the Troll use his BKB charge. Maybe they saw and they just wanted to use BKB, but Puck committed too much. He used his AWP and wasn't able to have it by escape. Oh, another pick here. Monkey.
TP out. And not going to happen. They break down that tree and are going to kill off mid one. MP, large and in charge in the bottom lane, so things a little bit tense again.
Like for Secret, they are pretty much all eggs on this Meepo basket right now. The rest of the heroes are not going to do so much. Puck maybe eventually, if you go into late game with the GPM talent, then you'll be able to get more items later. But right now, Meepo's going to be the majority of the damage.
And he does almost have a sheep stick completed too. Level 22 on this guy relative to 16, the next highest in the game. So as far as hitting the timing, it's going to be pretty terrifying.
But he doesn't have Aegis right now. So if he goes in, he makes a mistake and he dies and he doesn't have buyback, they might just lose Rex because it's a Troll and a Viper. They do kill buildings very quickly. So Puck doing the right thing here. trying to force them to go back.
Oh, Spearbreaker charging. He's caught himself a QO. Can they blow him up?
Oh
Oh my
my
god! Ace just ripped him to shreds.
Secret are just doing like all the moves, right? Because right now with the BKB on troll, it's very difficult for them to go 5-on-5 straight on, head on. The disruptor and it's nighttime, so they are just forcing them to speed up and catching them when they are retreating. And look at the vision once again by Secret. They have this one row of wards, so whenever someone passes by the river, you're just gonna get charged and you're just gonna die.
Yeah.
Very, very good vision and good game plan as well for Secret this game. Very impressive how they're playing.
It really does feel like they kind of know what they need to do at each stage of the game. Around a 4,000 net worth lead, but really it's the experience that's the big testament to where this game is going. And, well, over the next couple of minutes, we're going to have to see if these Tier 2 towers remain still around 3.5 minutes before Roche is even capable of respawning.
Yeah, the second Roche is going to be the game-deciding Roche, I think. Immortals are still fully capable of like winning head-on fight. If they get a good fight, they're going to be able to destroy them with their superior team fight right now and the BKB on Troll. But eventually, when the BKB dwindles down, then it's going to be a problem. Right now,
I'm thinking about, like, look at this as well. They're just going for maximum, like, blow-up damage whenever possible. Pugna investing into, like, a Dagon. Is this the normal build on the Pugna nowadays?
I think it's good though because they're gonna need the other cores to do damage because the troll he's expecting to be controlled even though he has BKB. The Spirit Breaker can control him with a charge and a Nether Strike.
Oh, wait, over to the side, they jump in, they blow up one Feb, already gone, but the Static Storm is now down, onto all the Meepos, QO getting control to the tower, are they going to be able to blow up? No, not quite, Ace is walking away from there, they do finally bring him down, but the damage might have already been done. He is out for 80 seconds though, and now Secret, they've got MP sort of stuck here in the coil, but they can't really do much to him. So it looks like with that, they're going to back out.
Glimpse?
Oh, all right. Well, Puppy's just going to try and run away from everybody and does have 10 stick charges, so Thunderstrike not going to be able to bring him down regardless.
Yeah, he's fine. That was actually quite a relatively even trade, I think. Like, both heroes are very important in kills, but I think at the end of the day, you're happier if you're Secret because that's another BKB charge down for the Troll. So it's going to be 8 seconds next. Roshan is going to be up soon, so they're going to be ready to fight there. With a BKB charge going down for the Troll. That's good news for Secret. Monkey King is starting to pack a punch. He's gonna go for a Dazzle next.
Yeah.
Like right now, the Meepo is not the only one starting to do damage. The rest of the heroes are, catching up. Monkey King is gonna be doing some form of physical damage once he gets the Desolator completed.
I'm kind of wondering too if like you think about investing into something like a pipe for one of these heroes. You do see that Spirit Breaker is going into like a Glimmer Cape.
On Secret?
I mean, none of them really build pipes that naturally, but it's basically the only thing that Meepo has to be worried about is like a Static Storm and a couple Pugna.
Yep, actually
hits.
that's a good idea on Spirit Breaker, but he's really poor though. He's like a position 5 Spirit Breaker,
Right.
so I kind of understand that he wants to go for the cheaper Glimmer, which is also helpful. He doesn't protect the clones, everything. Yeah, you're right. Like Meepo really needs like if you have a teammate that can build pipe, it's really good for him. But in this situation, I think it's kind of difficult for them. Even though you really want it, Zeus doesn't want to build pipe, and Spirit Breaker is like way too poor to build it right now.
For sure. So 24 level on Meepo. He's almost going to get into that 400 health talent, which does just, again, make him all the more difficult to kill. Viper and Troll, they're keeping up in terms of the amount of damage that they deal and net worth that they've got. It's only a 4,000 net worth lead.
This is why I was talking about the Midas on the Viper earlier, because the game could possibly turn into a game like this, like a trading farm, moving around, avoiding fights, and you really want to have that Midas in this kind of game on a hero like Viper, because he doesn't really farm that fast compared to a Meepo.
Oh, look at this rotation though that's coming in right now from Secret. Sora's walking up on the high ground. They're all right in the area.
They have no darkness.
Another smoke is there. Fata gonna break the smoke right at the start. They get the Static Storm, but it's only onto one. The Eul Scepter lifting him up to keep him alive for the moment. Wukong's command comes out as well. They're able to keep QO under wraps, but Puppy still gonna be the one that goes down. Fata trying to back out of there. He's still alive. Meepo jumps forward, starting to bring them low as well. Can they get a kill? He's not able to stay on any one of these targets, but it looks like QO caught here in the coil, as well as Dubu. They are going to be able to root, not breaking TPs, but MP maybe going to be the one that goes down instead.
Oh my god. Once again, look at the timing. Just before nighttime, Secret strikes again. And and then win a huge fight. Troll goes down, Viper goes down. They only lose a Spirit Breaker. He was like so sacrificial. He went in first, forced out the BKB charge, forced everything out. They focused him, they took him down, and Meepo just came in at the right timing to clean up.
Really well played. Tier 3 tower now in trouble, and actually Pharrell just steps forward and gets knocked the hell down. Viper's gonna have to buy back into this one. There is one Meepo that's separated from the rest of them, but there's gonna be the E-Blade. He's still taking some damage. They need to try and turn this back around, keep Ace alive, saving Private Danish Man, and he is eventually gonna end up going down. FP now. Is he gonna pay the price? It doesn't look like it. Secret, they don't have enough damage outside of the Meepo to make this work.
Oh my god, what a play. This Meepo is just insane right now. He's doing so much. So Roshan is about to spawn. Kyo really wants the Roshan to spawn right now. But unlucky for Immortals, Roshan is gonna take a bit more. So that's gonna give Secret time for the Meepo to revive and contest the Rosh. But it's gonna be night time.
Yeah, can you imagine right now if the Roche respawned right at this moment, Immortals may be able to go in and get it,
Look
but...
at them, they're checking.
Oh god, Dubu. Uh-oh. No buyback for 40 seconds, but Roche, that's gonna be up a little bit before he gets back. I don't know, but Meepo's still gone. It's gonna be a little bit
Secret
tense.
is just in control right now. In total control of this game. Trolls, BKB, 7 seconds. They have to win this Roshan fight. If Immortals lose the Roshan fight, I think they're just going to lose the game. This is way too important. They have to expand one of their buybacks on their course. 4F use his buyback to defend the base. This is not looking good for Immortals right now.
Well,
they really want the Roshan.
they really want the Roche. It's one of the longest ones,
They
too.
know how important is this Roshan. They can't give it away to the Meepo. If they give this away, they pretty much lose this game right now.
There's 10 seconds right now where Roche is going to be back up, but it's so hard to actually make that move into there. And
They have darkness. Okay, Roche is up. Meepo is up.
Scary stuff. They're walking into it. So Secret are aware that Roshan is up.
If possible, Secret would like to wait it out till daytime before they take a fight.
Ooh, Deso done for the Monkey King as well. Sanjin Yasha on the Troll. That Nether Ward down, it's a little bit
I mean, it doesn't
scary.
It doesn't matter how fat the troll is, as long as they can kite him out
Right.
until his BKB runs out. They're just gonna kill him with the Zeus and the puck.
Yeah, and he has enough damage to kill a Meepo if Meepo is sort of controlled by other stuff. I guess they don't really have anything that controls it anyways, though.
Yeah, it's quite difficult though. Their primary lockdown is like some glimpse. They don't have like a hard lockdown. They have like a soft lockdown, glimpse into a kinetic field, static storm.
Hey man, there's Void, you know, there's
Yeah.
Crippling Fear.
Yeah, we are going back to the discussion where Darkseer has a stun. He has vacuum. I'm sure we're actually gonna go there eventually. Oh, Shuriken Toss is a stun. Yes. Darkseer vacuum stun. All the
best
mini
of stuns.
All the mini stuns. And then Y Invoker has like cold snap, like super mini stun. It's not a mini stun.
Immortals in the pit, looking for an opening. Now,
They
Monkey King is
see
up
them,
here
bro.
on the high ground, and the orb is already going to go out. This is the battle. It's going to help to decide the game. They get the Boundless Strike already out. There's also going to be the Thunder God's Wrath. Febby force-staffed away. QO turning to fight, but he's already used his BKB charge. They can't stick around here now, and with Bada chasing, he's going to have a coil available. He jumps forward. They get the Hex. It's a good static storm down, but Meepo already deals so much damage with the right clicks. Level 25. He's got all of the health in the world, and
that's
they're all
GG.
going to get torn
That's
up.
GG.
They never stood a chance.
That is GG. Roshan is done, and that's another BKB charge down. That fight, Ace just always waits, and he's so patient about his timing, like how he goes in. He waits for Immortals to come in or the Spirit Breaker to create an opening for him, and he just waits and waits. BKB, once the BKB goes down on the troll, he just jumps in, kills him. Like, just so well played by the Meepo here in this game. Like, the whole team of Secret are just doing all the right moves here to win the fights. And Immortals, that they understood how important was the fight. They tried to use their nighttime vision advantage to get the Roshan, but just things didn't work out well for them in that fight.
Well, and now you, like you said, I mean, it's not GG yet, and great fight here again. Just how much damage that Meepo is dealing in it, but you have to break through Aegis, you have to break through Cheese, and you just might get your face broken in, honestly.
It is GG.
There's going to be another jump
More or
forward.
less GG. Meepo's going to take the Rexes so quickly.
Yeah. I mean, there is a tier 2 tower in the bottom lane, and right now the only thing that's really stopping Secret from running into their base is movement speed. We've got 18,000 net worth lead.
I don't think they have buybacks on anyone, yeah? If they actually go down here. Troll does not have buyback.
No buybacks.
Night Stalker, no buyback. Disruptor, no buyback. They're just going to take the Rex. There's nothing they can do. There's
Well, Huo, he gets hexed, he gets hit, he gets killed. No, BKB, turn fight, maybe, possibly. Is there a hope and a prayer, anything at all for Immortals? They end up catching with the bash and then eventually going to bring him down. MP got the kill and now also going to end up losing that Troll Warlord. Ace jumps forward and Ace is actually taking a little bit of damage right here coming out from the Viper Strike, but without Wukong's command now following it up and Febby starting to fall. I mean, they're doing what they can. It's a hell of a hard one to make work, though. With Dupu eventually going to be ran down here. He does go down. GG is called.
Well, this game is by far one of the best games of Dota I've seen here. Very, very good play, like strategy-wise, preparation-wise, how they opened the draft with SPs used, had this good, cool idea against Immortals, how they move against Night Stalker. This is a tournament-winning performance here by Secret. If they play like this from now on, they're definitely going to have a very good shot at going all the way. Very, very good game by Secret.
And that's the thing, too. You talk about it. It's not just the, like, you know... all right, a Meepo, he'll win a game sometimes, but it's how they played around all of the different things that Immortals had. Because Immortals did have a chance to win this game. It was more just that they, like, Secret always knew what it was that Immortals had as the strongest.
Every single night phase, it was a disaster. They didn't get any kills. They weren't able to get too big of an advantage with the NS. Secret just, I mean, very good game here. Just very good game.
Well, we'll have to see what happens if they can make changes in game number 2. But for now, we're going to head back to the panel, see what they thought about that dominant performance from Secret.
Get the alpha, be the
A very warm welcome to the PGL Open Bucharest. If you've just joined us, you have missed a Meepo game, and you shouldn't have missed that one at all. It was a very, very comprehensive victory for Team Secret in Game 1. But was that all the story? We've got two experts on our panel to tell you exactly whether it was or not. Austin?
Yes.
Will?
Probably.
Okay. Winter was still impressed, though, with the way that Secret played. And I think you were as well, weren't you?
They played very well.
Yeah.
They
I
did
don't,
make a lot of
because
slip-ups.
often in these Meepo games, we kind of go, well, it's a Meepo game. It's a
Yes.
free win.
No, it never works like that. You still have to play it out, and you have to play it out very well. And something that's been like a theme so far at this tournament is how do you take Roshan fights? Like the best teams take these Roshan fights very well, and the worst teams, or the teams that are doing less spectacularly, take them really sloppily.
Or they don't take them at all when
Yeah,
they've
it's
been
like-
given a free gift of a Roshan fight.
And that for me like speaks volumes. Is like, how do you approach Roshan? Well, if you approach Roshan correctly, then because Roshan gives you so much on the map, Paul. Like this Aegis, the first Aegis gives you map control. The second Aegis lets you take racks. The third Aegis lets you end the game. If you get all three of those, then the game becomes a lot easier. And in this game, Secret got the majority of the Roshans. They set up for them very well. And that's really what kind of spoke volumes to me more than anything.
The Vision game was fantastic for Secret. The combination of them being able to read where Immortals was going, and it's a little bit of like the fact that you know Immortals is going to want to fight. It's just kind of a common theme. They were able to make really good reads about like, oh hey, there's going to be Immortals. They're going to try and set up at this bottom tier 1 tower. Let's go ahead and fight them now that we've got Blink Dagger on Meepo. And they set up the fight with this Monkey King, which, you know, I kind of like this Monkey King. I know you don't like the Monkey King offlane, and that's not necessarily fully what it was here. I mean, it was more of a kind of a space creator for a Meepo, but I do kind of like the concept of the offlane Monkey King just because it spends so much time in the trees scouting out that it's a little bit better if you're doing that to occupy like a 3 position on your team rather than the 2 position in the safe lane.
It's a bit different when I think you just have like this hero that straight up wins you the game regardless.
Yeah, you definitely have like a true hard carry that like that's all the net worth that matters.
Yeah. And I thought Immortals also played this game fairly decently. Like there wasn't any huge glaring errors from my perspective. They made the plays that they had to try to win, but they just didn't really have this kind of like lockdown hero that was going to deal with this Meepo. Like if you look at their lineup too, they don't have any real stuns, which is pretty valuable against Meepo. Any real AoE, nothing like this Earthshaker or this Sand King or this Timbersaw. And so for the most part, he went relatively untouched.
What about the Zeus?
I thought the Zeus was excellent. And I felt before I was kind of justifying it, and I know Cap was a little bit skeptical, but I think it's not a hero that'll work against every team necessarily, but I think it's a hero that works very well against this team. And that's so cool that in Dota we're getting to that where you don't just like draft this like catch-all stuff. You start drafting like very specifically because of your opponents. We saw it in the VGJ Thunder game where they're like, guys, we can first 2 this anti-mage. We might not be able to do that all the time, but against this particular team, Na'Vi, it doesn't seem like they can deal with it. And in this kind of series, you pick the Zeus and you kind of represent like, hey, this is the kind of style that we know that you're going to play. Come fight into our hands. We have a hero that plays around the vision that is a very good anti-core. Very smart pickup.
I do kind of wonder how good it'll end up being, because here it felt like the Zeus was able to just kind of get rid of vision and just kind of prolong the game in some way, and that he's really good at pushing out waves from a distance, and he's not really a hero you want to gank. So in that regards, he worked really well for being able to stall for the Meepo. I wonder how good it would be if Secret felt more pressured, and like them being the ones to try and take more aggressive fights and not just being like, okay, let's defend this tower sort of situation, but them being like, hey, we need to hit them before this item timing. We need to take tier 3 before they get, you know, this hero online. How good the Zeus would be able to fare for them.
Scoreboard on screen. Obviously the Meepo with Ace dominating in terms of statistics on this particular one. Who do you give the MVP to?
You definitely give it to Ace.
Do you? I just wonder, because you were really super impressed with Yaps' Zeus, and I just thought maybe...
No, I think
might
that Ace still played that game
Ace clicked
pretty
all the
flawlessly.
buttons.
Yeah. did
Everyone
what he
will say,
needed
like,
to do.
I mean, you can set all these things up and you can go ahead and give Meepo the freest game, but he still has to execute, right? So at the end of the day, he was the one who had to push the buttons
Yeah.
to kill Immortals.
God, I hate that. When people boil it down, they're like, oh, well, all he did was press this very obvious button. I was like, well, that's all Dota is, really. It's just like pressing buttons in
I
an
click
order.
some keys and move
Yeah, it's
my
like-
mouse around the screen.
Sure, you can take credit away
Samael
from
isn't
anyone.
that good. It's his team that sets him up for pressing the buttons.
But somebody has to be the best. And in this game, it was Ace.
Yep.
You're such a good keyboard hitter, Will. I like
Thank you.
that.
I appreciate it.
We're headed towards our second game. Before we get there, though, it's good to hear from all the players. We really enjoy some of the player stories and exactly where they've come from and how they've got into this particular tournament. So let's hear now from one of the Immortals men. It is QO.
Hello, I'm Kyo and I'm staying in the position 1 in the team Immortals. We've always wanted to reunite after like one of the majors like 6 months ago. So yeah, the TI like failure with everyone, like not like achieving the top score in the TI like make us all decide like we need each other to perform better. And like I think that's what it is for me too. I do think that we need the coach, but it's just we can't look for the appropriate person. We have one that's coming out in March, so that's March. So like we are kind of waiting on him, but we might use coach like depending on how it goes like with this tournament. For running this tournament, like we were just playing casually, Dota, scrims, ranks, that's it. I think the pro circuit system this year, it is like being very good in terms of not being biased at all. Like all the skills like proves that you're worth to be in TI. So I really like this circuit system. I think the strongest team in this tournament is Mineski and maybe Secret, yeah. And EG, these 3.
He's certainly right with one of those, isn't he? Because he finds his team and himself 1-0 down in this particular game. They are on the verge of elimination before reaching the semi-final. Secret, on the other hand, one more game, and they will make the top 4 for the second consecutive tournament in the minors. They will be one of only 2 teams to do so, collect points at both of the opening 2 minors. We're headed towards draft number 2 very shortly, but let's dip into our social media goodie bag and snatch out a question for our panel members. A hero you expected to be strong this patch but wasn't, Will?
Slardar.
Wow.
Will tried to convince me. He's like, Sardar's a good 4 position. He's like, you should try it right now.
Hey, but
Did he really?
think about all the heroes that I was correct. Bane.
He
I
was-
told Austin
He
Bane.
was
Did he
right
call
about
it Bane?
He
I
was right
said,
about
I said Bane is
He was
such a
ahead of the
legit
curve.
hero.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
then he never got picked to TI, and I thought I was an idiot. Like, I was like,
Getting picked now, though. Or
Yes.
starting to, anyway. At least Secret like it.
yeah.
Puppy likes it.
Thought that Slardar though was going to be the truth.
Okay,
Paul.
so Slaughter for Slaughter for Will. What did you call it, Austin?
I mean, post TI, it's
Techies.
shown up again, but
Techies.
yeah, Paul, techies. Thought it would be a great hero. Nobody's picking it. Can't figure out why. For the life of me, I'm just like, why isn't techies in the first 4 bands? Got me.
You recorded that? Production got that? Yeah, we can upload that as a highlight. Brilliant.
Post TI started being picked up, but I was with Crit. I was like, Winter Wyvern, man. I think this is a strong hero.
The offline Winter Wyvern, or
No,
Dude, he's
no,
owning
of course
now.
not. Yeah, he's
That
owning.
doesn't really
Yeah,
count.
he's owning
I mean,
now.
and
but
being used in the offlane sometimes too.
I don't like that
You don't-
answer.
you don't-
I mean, I can't.
That was a bad
Tusk?
answer. Tusk? Okay, Tusk is better. I
Okay,
like
Phoenix. How about Phoenix?
That. Okay.
Phoenix. Yeah.
It's a team fight hero.
Yeah.
It's just it's laning
No.
situation. You can't really make it work, right? It's
Did
a
get- it did
support
get
without a
nerfed.
stun.
It
It's
got-
an off laner that
but it got
doesn't
nerfed
scale.
and then nerfed again and nerfed and then nerfed on top of the nerf and then nerfed. And then nerfed. Anyway, draft number 2. Where are we going this time? Got to be cautious of that Meepo this time, haven't they? Don't want to come out again. They're not going to use it again.
This
I mean-
time they have second pick though,
Yeah.
so they won't get last pick me, but regardless.
Second to last pick, Brood.
Break down our first 4 bans and picks, William. This is always what you're best at.
For Secret, maybe Venom got banned first, right? Wisp. So I don't know if you ban NS. Maybe Spirit Breaker. Oh, they banned Pugna. What does Immortals ban then? There's no way they ban Zeus, right? Ricky again? Nyx? What the hell? Does Secret first pick Zeus again, or did they take Ricky then?
Wow. Okay.
I like the Ricky.
Or do they just take Spirit Breaker again because they think it was a hero that Immortals likes? This is such like a weird drafting pattern. The Pugna makes sense to me. The Nyx ban, less so. So they take Spirit Breaker because they think they're gonna take it away from Immortals. So then Immortals, what do you lead with? I think Wyvern's good here. Wyvern +1.
And then the Phoenix comes out.
Don't do it.
What about the Earth Spirit instead of Night Stalker? No? Okay. Never mind.
NS Puck.
Early Puck.
Zeus again.
Wow, look at this. So
They
Secret
do Zeus
do
again.
stick with the Zeus.
Jump on
And
it.
they were ready for it as well. They had no doubt they were going to pick that. Back to you, Immortals.
Immortals need a ban.
Was it just the Meepo? I feel like it wasn't just the Meepo. It really felt like Secret adapted to the way Immortals played. The Meepo just happened to be kind of like a trump card, like, oh, we're going to beat you eventually.
Yeah.
Like,
It's really hard to say because, like, the Meepo was pretty amazing. Like, it was really dominant.
yeah, but what if that was
You're
any
right,
other
I mean,
like
it was,
AFK
it was a-
farming core
but I don't
that
know what
gets
It was a
looks like.
style
nine
thing, wasn't it?
timing?
Is it a
It's-
style?
It's not just
counter?
that it AFK farms though. Like, it's the one hero that can farm while fighting,
Mm.
like, very easily. He's his own Wisp. So it's a bit different. I don't know if it's as easy as to say just like, oh, if they replaced another hero, they would have still won. Like, that hero was like
Well,
perfect for that situation.
We're about to find out. Possibly.
They banned Viper because they might put Puck mid.
Mm.
That's what that represents to me.
And Viper's also probably one of the toughest heroes to fight into, period. And
Not if
Immortals
you're
are
Meepo.
not shining away from aggression. Winter Wyvern.
Who'd they ban third? I can't see that.
Disruptor.
Yeah, I can't see that.
They banned Disruptor,
It makes Meepo more of a threat.
so they banned
But
Ember.
Winter Wyvern's still out there, so
Immortals, Meepo them back. Even if you can't play it, send a message.
we really don't see that. Like, I always expected a team to just be like a non-Meepo team. All of a sudden come out in some big game and be like,
And
we
play.
are a Meepo team now. It just
Just
you know,
having never played it
cheese
under
cheese
any...
that game 3, you know. Gotcha.
Having never played it under any of their players ever before.
I mean, you just choose one scrim partner that you know they're going to keep their lips shut.
No one's going to keep that quiet. No one's keeping that quiet.
You just have an agreement. Be like, look, we're going to practice one secret strategy against each other.
Not that I would
You
ever...
let out
ever-
my Meepo, and I'll let out your carry techies, Paul.
Not... yeah, right. Not that I would ever advocate smurfing, but if you're going to do it, surely that's how you do it. You just...
Paul, are you trying to avoid the Smurf hate right now? Going around on Reddit?
Is it going around on Reddit? Really? They deserve everything they
Yeah,
get.
sure, fiend ignorance.
They do.
Not
They
that I
deserve everything they
advocate
do. Because I
smurfing.
hate, like, 7k invokers coming down to my pittance area and destroying every game.
Yeah, that sucks, huh, Blitz?
Go
Does.
away. They can all go
Not me,
away.
dude.
That sounds like a crappy scenario to be in.
Jakiro or Wyvern, but I think Wyvern kind of is whatever against Zeus, but it's nice against SB.
I like Jikaro more because it keeps your draft a little bit more open. But, you know, because I said that, they're going to go Winter Wyvern.
I thought they would Wyvern first too, if you recall. I didn't think they would flash that puck that soon. Every combination of like heroes after somebody picks SB is like the same though. It's either you take Earth Spirit or Night Stalker, and then I thought they would Wyvern follow up and leave their core open. But puck is a really open core, so it's okay regardless. So what does Secret do to respond to that? You take
you probably want to leave your draft open, so you're looking at one of those flexible cores that can change from.
I don't think so. I think you can just like straight up show your off lane or something right now.
I mean, I was thinking like just pick up Monkey King.
Yeah, MK. I thought they were gonna take some stuff like NP, but I don't know how much you like playing that against Wyvern. So you take Bloodseeker.
Yeah, that's good versus Wyvern.
Immortals, you haven't shown like a core yet, and now you get like the option to pick like good cores against Bloodseeker. So they
There's the
take
monkey.
MK. That's got to be a one position MK. I think that's the only way that Immortals runs it.
Yeah.
Yep, it's QO's most played in this patch.
Yeah. Now Secret has the option. Offlaners, like, what's good against it? How's Brew? Doom? Bat?
I think Brew's pretty good.
Seen a couple of
Bat
teams do
Rider's
that, haven't we?
probably the best though, especially when you already have the Bloodseeker.
I'm a fan of
I
Bat.
know. Yeah, it works really well with Bloodseeker and Zeus, right? So
Yeah. All these like melee tank initiators are kind of rough against MK. Show me Bat Rider. No? Okay, that's cool too.
Just not yet.
I'm alright with that.
Just be patient, Will.
I don't mind.
It's coming.
It's not.
Is it not?
I've given up on it.
well, you were right to give up.
Mm,
Necrophos versus Monkey King.
Ooh.
Mm.
But MK just goes Diffusal.
Yeah. You still have Reaper Scythe as an offensive weapon against Monkey King.
Yeah.
I think that's really nice.
They have silence. They don't have like the best burst though. Like they don't have the best follow up after that. So Immortals, what do you ban? Do you ban Bat? They have so much time.
What if you ran like... Where's this Necrophos going?
This Necrophos?
Yeah, he's okay to go mid, right?
He's
Because
probably
Viper's out of the pool.
Yeah, he can go safe lane too. It depends. They like Ace in the safe lane Bloodseeker though. I think they'll do it matchup dependent.
I was thinking what would be cool if they had... if they turned Zeus into like the offlane core and picked up like Oracle.
Other than Ember, it's mid one's most played. Under the
Necro?
current, yep, under the current patch. But Farah has played it as well. It's in his top 6.
Necro's really good against Puck mid.
Yeah, because if I can't think of too many other mids that really beat out Necrophos and Bloodseeker pretty handedly, because Viper's gone. Maybe like that mid Jakiro that we saw earlier.
You need a really strong laner. So then you need an off laner or something that like wins by itself versus those two. And those options are super limited right now. Unless you take something like wild, like Enigma or something.
I mean, if you rotate Night Stalker down there, like Jakiro, maybe no, not MP against Necro. It's fine versus Bloodseeker, but
I'm sure both teams just brewed each other. They did ban Bat Rider, by the way.
yep.
Secret banned Ursa. Wait, they banned Ursa?
Yeah, that.
Am I seeing that right?
I mean, maybe they're thinking about running Bloodseeker mid, because that would be the mid pickup for
I guess.
QO at that point or something.
Which means we're looking for an MP hero right now.
So you think?
You would think, yeah.
So Bat Rider's banned, and I thought they would take Bat before they took Necro.
So what he's played recently, Void.
Oh, they did take NT.
DK.
So they did things in different order than I thought they would.
Yeah.
So they did end up taking the Nature's Prophet eventually, though. I think it's just a Vada comfort hero.
You've got a lot of catch for this Night Stalker though, or Nature's Prophet. Night Stalker, Puck, Monkey King. Like maybe not in lane strictly, he isn't good, but once he gets his pounce, like it's really hard for Nature's Prophet to play around that constantly.
Yeah. What do you take mid though for Immortals if that's an offlane Puck?
Is there anything wrong with PA here? Bloodseeker.
Bloodseeker.
Bloodseeker's a problem.
Could do like Lina. If they're like really Not sure they maybe take something like Razor.
Yeah, you just. Oh, I didn't think of Razor. I thought just any sort of killing hero, right?
Yeah,
Because they're all
Storm's not bad
relatively
either.
fragile cores.
Oh,
It's the mid puck offlane bounty.
Yep.
Is this a good offlane bounty? You said it's good versus weak supports, and you pretty much only have Zeus that's going to be around.
Yeah, that is the nice part, but
He's running it against Spirit Breaker.
Spirit Breaker is really nice against Bounty. Ooh.
Yeah. Decision time, gents. Mr. Walsh.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I'll go Immortals.
Immortals for Cap, okay?
Easiest
William.
2-0 of Secret's life. Why are you guys laughing?
William, I'm so surprised.
Why are you guys laughing? What's wrong with my pick?
No, nothing wrong with your pick.
Okay, thank you.
Nothing wrong with your pick.
You give
Just-
us
just
your analysis?
Yeah, just tell us why.
I just really feel as though Secret is gelling at the right time. The moon
so
is
full of
hitting
shit,
at
you really are. Right, let's move on. This is getting ridiculous on this panel. Could someone bring me some analysts immediately? Let's head back to the commentary team and see whether Secret can make yet another semi-final.
Thank you, Paul. I'm sure as hell not analyst, but I got one right here. He's the best in the business. Don't tell them I said it. But Winter, how you feeling? You were talking about the Bat Rider. They ended up banning out. Instead, it's going to be an off-lane bounty hunter. Do you like this pick? You feeling it?
Not a fan of the pick, but it's a good pick for their play style. I guess they run really well with the track, the way they play. They try to chase you, get kills, how they prioritize kills over objectives sometimes. That's when Bounty Hunter will actually elevate their play style. So the playstyle is good with the BH, even though I'm actually really not a fan. Like I mentioned, it's picking BH into Spirit Breaker, Zeus, all these heroes can find you and kill you easily.
That's a scary one. That's something that we're going to have to keep our eyes on, how they end up dealing with that. If, he will be found out later on. Febby, in the meantime, able to get a pretty deep ward there, and we'll see if he runs by Puppy, as Puppy takes the river route and Febby takes the high road. Won't be running into each other. So early movement out, things that we want to keep our eyes on in this game. There's also a ward placed down up on the high ground over by mid one. But I guess like laning stage wise, is there anything that you feel like is a significant problem for either team? Do you think that it's going to be relatively even between them?
I think Secret has overall better lanes though. If it's a Prophet against Monkey lane, Bloodseeker or / Necro against Puck, those two, I think Bloodseeker will be fine in the lane.
Okay.
I think overall, at least two of the lanes will go well for Secret. And it's going to be up to Fabby on the NS to actually try to turn the tides of some of the lanes, depending of which lane that he actually prioritizes more right now.
Well,
You probably try to shut down the Bloodseeker, I think. Because Bloodseeker is a very snowballish hero. So if you can actually put him down in the lane, he's going to suffer a lot in the mid game.
Well, and that was the thing that we saw a lot of, is Ace is going to be over here and spotted out by the rune. And Bounty. All right.
Well, okay, that actually worked. He just strolled up and took the rune.
Hey, man. That's what you got to do, right?
There were two heroes there, like, I think they were kind of deciding who should take the rune, and none of them take the rune. Like, Puppy was near the rune. He's like, I don't need it, I'm a Spirit Breaker. Take it, Zeus. And okay, no one gets the rune.
That's how it goes, man. Well, we got some boinging around in the mid lane. Watch out, everybody. QO has the taunt. Dubu, also another hero with the taunt. We'll see if they decide to use
They
it.
pretty much don't want this lane. They don't want the Berserker to be in this lane, so they have to swap right now. They were taking a long time to decide the lanes previously, because they were very worried about this matchup. Berserker is going to struggle a lot, so he's going to make his way all the way to top. So Puppy, in the meantime, getting the experience that has been left over in the mid lane. And same goes for the swap for Immortals. They're going to make the move as well.
Is this really happening? What is going on, man? Dota 2, it's a crazy thing. Febby is actually going to get charged here, and, well, the Void actually able to interrupt it. Not a bad play again.
Yeah, there's been a lot of discussion about how important is laning phase in the current meta, and look at the teams. They are clearly prioritizing the lanes very, very, very well. They are just moving heroes everywhere, getting TPs. Like the first ones to move are always the people that's gonna lose out, if you start moving first. So, but you don't have a choice here. If you're Secret, you don't want the Bloodseeker matchup against the Monkey.
QO, yeah, and he's actually in the process of moving between lanes, but taking a hell of a lot of damage and brought down. Fata makes the rotation, also nowhere to jump to. QO, it's gonna be first blood drawn.
The very, very good move here by Secret, fully taking advantage of the fact that the monkey did not choose. He didn't want to TP because he was worried that then the enemy would move, then he had to walk. So he wanted to walk, and if the enemy TPs, then he TP. That was his plan. But he got caught in the process.
Look at this. Ace is like, I don't want to be here mid anymore. He's going to walk away also. So everybody is just running around in the lanes. Nobody is actually getting all that much farm.
Let's just look bottom, okay? Bottom is like the lane, the actual lane that has heroes around.
Yeah. I don't know. This is very interesting to watch. It's the new meta that's evolving in front of our very eyes. I do like what I've been seeing from Forev here. He's been getting the double strike, the added damage with the Shadow Walk, because if you hit it during the Fate time like this, then you still maintain the invisibility, and then you get the extra damage after the fact. So Fata brought down low, and with Janata used as well, this is going to end up almost being a kill. Shuriken, all the blocks with the trees, though, they're not able to get it. 10 HP.
He didn't get an extra right click off. He was trying to get one more click off, but couldn't get it off. But it's still a big victory. Fata being forced out of the lane, so BH is actually going to have a very, very good start here.
Yeah, this is a great start for the Bounty Hunter. It's not often you see him as the most last hits in a game, but when nobody else is hitting creeps around the rest of the map because they're just running through the river, I guess it works out.
So has the lanes finally settled down? Kyo is mid, Huts up. I guess this is what we're going to get for the rest of the early game. Both teams kind of happy with this for now. Nighttime kicking in 40 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, is there a lane then? I mean, it's hard to see because everything's been moving around so much. One that you feel like is ending up in a better position, or
it's better
not
for
really?
Secret. I think it's better for Secret because they really do not want to have Kyo against Ace in the lane. Heavy gonna get charged up.
Yeah, they needed one more bash there to be able to find the kill, but not going to happen. And Puppy, is he going to end up going down as well? They're going to jaunt forward for this one, trying to block him off. But Spirit Breaker a little bit faster, and now the Puck in a little bit of a precarious spot himself. Yapsor almost out of mana. He doesn't have any way to regen that up either. And Ace trying to be able to find this kill, but it's not going to happen. They lose Ace. Secret getting caught out there.
Yep, big kill there for Immortals. They're getting Ace instead of losing their Puck. I think Puck was like, I felt like that was like a bit of forcing it too much. It was in a very, very hard spot for them to go in. They had to dive very deep for him, and his team was very, very near him. So not a very good decision by Secret. Nighttime kicks in.
Oh my god, look at QO. He made this jump so far, got the Jingu in the mid lane, and then chased down Zeus by the tier 2. That was pretty sick.
Yep, very good rotation here by Immortals. And here comes Fabi, Nighttime. He wants to have a much more successful Nighttime compared to the first game.
No, he's doing it again. QO is just bullying them behind the tier 2 towers. All right, this is some Immortals Dota right here. And, well, Secret just trying to keep their Bloodseeker alive. And they're going to be able to back out here. But again, nobody's in the top lane. And Fabi's just getting free farm right now.
What a game to be supports. You get the space to farm. Course doesn't want to stay in the lane. They want to keep moving, musical lanes. I mean, stuff like this happens a lot in the current meta. People want to have that specific matchup they want for the hero. Well, and you're going to have this.
I mean, I haven't ever seen this, at least to this extent. But Puppy is charging again onto QO. The Boundless Strike not quite in time, so the charge connects, but nothing really is lost there either. And I guess the hero that normally ends up coming out really ahead in this is the Nature's Prophet, because you can move around so much, but he hasn't really been able to make a huge presence felt since that kill in QO.
Yeah, he's waiting for his level 6. He wants to get his ultimate up. And usually when the game is always this active, Bloodseeker tends to be really strong in the lane because everyone's getting low. But right now he's the one moving, so he has not gotten a good situation to sit in a lane, get his last hits, get his damage from all the fighting happening. He's been forced into the jungle right now, and supports are taking the lane to just get some experience and try to, you know, help his team later. This is not very good for Ace at all. He's gonna need a few minutes of me time getting farming in the jungle.
No, it's not really something that's going to come easy either, because once you get level 6 on Bounty Hunter, is this a type of bounty that's going to want to make moves with Track at that point, group up with this team?
For sure. You want to fight with the Night Stalker, find pickoffs. Oops, Fabi's going to get spotted up by the creep here. Fata's gonna try and TP, doubt he'll be successful. There's a void, there's a silence, there's a shuriken
Fata's
toss.
super dead, so they find a kill here and get the silence. That's going to give Bounty Hunter his level 6. And things could start to get very, very scary shortly, because Immortals just come online so early.
Can Forev carry this game with a track? We'll see. First night phase, already more successful than the previous game. Fabi getting some huge pickoffs here. Top lane and bottom lane. He's going to keep moving. Might find Ace here in the jungle. Oh, if he actually kills the Birdseeker here.
Well, he sees Puppey is actually charging down, so this might be Immortals bringing in some heroes to help rotate to defend Forev if they fully complete this charge. Forev should know that they're coming through right now, and, well, Puppey, no dust on him, but also not enough mana for Shadow Walk. They're coming back in again, and with Dubu in the area, they're starting to turn onto Puppey as well as gain some damage onto Fata. They managed to take down the tower, but Puppey down low doesn't have charge for another second, and in fact is going to be brought down.
But still, it was a good exchange there for Secret. They got the tower. Fata manages to last hit the tower and just losing the Spirit Breaker once again. Not a big deal for Secret. And right now, like 2 games in a row, so Immortals are the team that is faster at placing their wards. I mean, I guess they have NS, so it's kind of easier for them to place wards during nighttime. Secret has 3 Observer wards on Puppey here, so this is quite worrisome. He needs to get the vision out ASAP for his team.
Charge connects. He's going to force QO back again.
Wow, QO actually has 3 points in Jingu.
Yeah, a very different build than we normally see. It's either like a Primal Spring for farming sometimes, or Boundless Strike for fighting.
Killing build, I guess.
Okay, this is a killing build.
For the lane, but I'm not a fan of it because of the scaling. I think all your other spells are very, very important for the hero to be useful later in the game. Like this spell is just meant for like owning the lane.
Got it. Well, he wasn't in the lane, so... Anyways, charge over here to the side, but QO can just run the hell away because that's what this hero does. Fata's still trying to finish him off, the Boundless Strike turnaround. But no other rotations are going to come in from the rest of Immortals. They're a little bit behind with the smoke, and level 7 on Puck. I mean,
So right now they're going to want to have a lane for their supports to get levels.
forward, top lane, Fata actually just going to die. So even though they were relatively low on QO, they still find that quick kill.
So when is the Bounty Hunter going to come and fight? He's still farming. He wants to finish. I guess he wants to finish his drums. It's going to take a while though, I'm not sure. I thought he was going to come to the top fight. There was like 2 kills there happening before.
All right, Winner, I am getting excited right now.
He's coming now. Here we go.
I want to see him go for the damage talent and everything else this game. We'll have to wait and see if that's what they want to go for.
Oh,
but
Rupture.
the Rupture there onto QO, they're able to break it. Boundless Strike still comes out, only connects onto 1. They are already able to bring down QO. MP also going to fall. Nature's Wrath, a hell of a lot of damage. Dubu in trouble. He's going to die also. And Forev, out of mana, does get a kill onto Puppey, but it comes at a cost. And a Dubu also most likely to go down here. He does have 7 wand charges, but still taking a lot of damage and thirsted, everything else. He's able to survive, only just barely.
Yeah, that was a huge exchange for Secret that got 3 kills for in exchange for like 1. They only lost 1 of their heroes. Big sequence of events there for them. Here comes another
Ace?
kill.
Is Ace just dead? He gets silenced. Deny? Oh, he got the neutral creep deny. Well done. Now mid 1, unfortunately, is going to be able to find that kill onto Febby, as Febby just gets brought down, and, well, around and round we go. 11 kills in 10 minutes. It's kind of what we were expecting in this one.
So that was like 1 track kill. I think they only got 1 track kill off. So still okay for Secret, as long as this exchange just doesn't result in too many track kills.
Jumping forward, mid lane, they've found themselves mid 1, and he is going to be able to turn this back around now. Ruptured Puck, he's dead. Forev also in some trouble. They're diving for this one, but again, no dust on any of these heroes. I guess it's okay because they have Yapsor with the bolt, but you need to be able to finish off those kills.
These 2 Bounty Hunter rotations have failed. Both events resulted in Bounty not getting a favorable exchange, and that is not good. Bounty you give Bounty like so much resources in the early game, and you want him to repay you, and this is something that Immortals do not want happening. They want exchanges that result in tracks, giving the rest of the heroes more opportunity to snowball.
Top lane, QO. Not going to get dove. And the thing that was sort of strange about that last rotation, too, was that the Bounty Hunter was right next to the Necro, but they didn't go in fight click in the Shuriken. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like maybe if they would have timed it together all at the same time, they maybe could have killed him off, but...
He was quite tanky though. He has 2 braces back then. Not sure if they had enough damage, but they're going to make a smoke. They really need to get the game going for them.
Puppy, he's going to be the one that's going to get gone on here. They find him right at the start. Yapzor is able to be here as well, though. Thunder God's Wrath, they spot out absolutely everybody. They are going to be able to blow up Puppy here, but Dubu also very low, and the Bounty Hunter is dead. Mid one just walking aggressively in their direction. Do they have enough to bring him down, though? The damage is going to be there after the fact. That's going to be MP finish off the kill of his former teammate.
Yep, very well timed smoke there. When the fight started, it was nighttime. Ace does not have a TP.
I don't know if they can actually find this kill. They do have an orb as well as the coil, but not wanting to dive for the tower for that one.
Okay, so they just need to keep running at them right now. Keep going forward, try to get pickoffs. Don't stop the farm. They just need to keep continuously fighting. That's how their lineup is supposed to be played right now. This Monkey and this Bounty can just run around, or Night Stalker, Bounty, like they can just run around, and if they see the Zeus, or if they see... The Bloodseeker is still relatively weak right now. Even the Prophet, all 3 heroes are very easy kills.
Well, another smoke is coming out from Secret. Apparently they're the ones that want to get a little bit aggressive. It's 4 heroes in the mid lane, and now looks like Secret is going to start to rotate towards bottom. Frev is there. It will break their smoke on him in just a second, dropping down a ward. Scouted, tracked, and Febi
dead. So
finished
let's see if Immortals can find something elsewhere. Febi's dead for sure. They have 3 heroes here. Top lane, they might be setting up for something. MP is waiting in the wings here beside QO.
I mean, you'd love to be able to have your Bounty Hunter around for these kills, though, and honestly, like, diving Fata just seems so scary.
He needs to play with him more, though. Like, the Bounty is not, it seems like he's not connecting to the Monkey King movements a lot. Or the rest of the Puck and the Monkey King are the 2 strongest heroes on his team right now. So he should be playing around more near these 2 key players.
Well, Frev's ears are burning, and it looks like he is going to be taking your advice and grouping up with his team. Unfortunately, nobody from Secret is there to actually take the fight. They're doing a really good job, again, of recognizing what it is that Immortals are trying to do and then dodging away from it.
Yep, they have to wait for daytime. That's the best option for them. Try to dodge, wait for daytime. Maybe make a smoke on daytime. Try to find a favorable pickoff. They are quite close on to... It's halfway there to Orchid Fata. They might want to wait for that.
Charge. Go top. QO there. I don't think you want to complete this one, Puppy. He's
just for vision, I guess.
Well, he runs into another hero that's giving him some vision now. Forev is trying to chase him a little bit. Febi in the area also. Are they going to dive for this? They're already blowing up one. He's out of there. Thunder God's Wrath comes out, giving them the vision that they need. Not going to be able to find the kill with that Reaper's Sight since they got the heals off as well. And now mid one in a hell of a lot of trouble, gets torn up. Boundless Strike comes through and takes him down. Ace hitting hard, but not hard enough since they're all able to jump away from him for the moment, running on billion miles an hour, and is eventually going to get hit by that Splinter Blast. But Yapzor takes down QO. The hell is this guy doing? He's just running like crazy. And eventually it hits, and it tickles.
Still, good fight there for Immortals. 2 for 1 exchange. Track kills. Night time gonna be over now, so I think that's as much as they can do right now with this night phase. They would like to get these 2 towers here. Tier 1, there's 2 tier 1s available for the grabbing. They need to remove 2 towers and then move towards Roshan.
This is such an interesting game. Like, you look at the net worth right now, and 8 heroes are within, like, just over 1,600 gold of each other, just in terms of how they're all set up. It's such a, like, I haven't seen a game like this, I don't think, ever.
So much fighting, so much lane swapping. But I guess, like, for Immortals, their heroes are not very good at taking down structures. They are very good at killing heroes, but not good at taking down buildings. Right. Whereas for Secret, they have much better heroes at taking down objectives with the Prophet. So daytime kicks in. We'll see if Fata can actually finish his Orchid before they make the next move. That would be the most ideal situation for them. Finish the Orchid, smoke up with the rest of the team, and then try to make a play with the Orchid.
Well, and just also looking, though, you compare those two offlaners and what they're kind of bringing to the table, it feels as if the Bounty Hunter drums provides a lot more to the entire team as opposed to the Orchid, which is like more single target focused.
But he's going to be able to help them, like, say, kill the puck.
Okay.
A key silence, remove a puck, remove the Monkey King out of the fight quickly, and burst him down with the Reaper. Depends on how the fight starts.
Right. Of course. Well, they were trying to set up for it. Fata in the bottom lane with the mid one Necro in the area as well, and now they're moving in. Puppy getting gone on. Febi is there as well. The Void doing a good bit of damage. Yapzor trying to create a little bit of separation. They get the silence now down as well. MP, he's in position to chase this further. They've already killed off Puppy. The Bounty also there. The Coil comes down as well. Mid one caught and in some trouble. The Coil snaps as well. Can they find this kill? It's a track kill at least for one, and me now thinking about more. Immortals certainly not afraid to dive deep for this one, and Yapzor just getting ran at. Nowhere left to go. They take him down and gonna maybe even take the tower. You need a creep wave though, guys.
Welcome to Immortals Dota, guys. Diving past towers, getting kills. That's what their lineup is built to do with the track. They don't even care about the objectives right now, they just want to kill you. And Secret, they're making the move during daytime, but unfortunately, Night Stalker had his ultimate up, so he was able to turn into night, get an advantage. MP.
He is going to get caught. That's a rupture. That's a phase shift. That's a turnaround. Is it going to be a kill? They do take down the puck, but can Ace get out of here alive? Can they continue to take the fight themselves? Immortals show up. Fata's here as well. Puppy's gone. But are they going to be able to find any more? The big boundless strike connecting. Fata's down. And now Ace trying to run away. They've got the damage. And with the track bouncing, it's hitting. That's Yapzor dead as well. Sometimes when people run at you, it's good to run back, but Koreans do it better than most.
I mean, the idea was right though, it's daytime. They want to take advantage of that situation, but unfortunately they were fighting really, really close to a shrine. So it's very easy for Immortals to send backup there. And Secret running into a really, really bad fight, got outnumbered and losing 3 heroes there in the process.
I mean, I think the lesson we learned is Desolator Monkey King does a lot with a Boundless Strike. Fata's again here though, and well, with Zubu in the area, they will still have a Winter's Curse as well as a Cold Embrace. That would have been able to keep Q alive.
Good curse there though. Ace was about to actually cast his Rupture onto the Monkey King. So Dubu there saving his buddy's life. Live to keep farming for the Monkey King. And live to wait for the Night Stalker night time right now. 55 seconds before night kicks in. Can Secret make anything happen right now before the night phase? That's the question. They don't really have good vision out this game though.
Fata? Oh god, that was really close.
Yep, very, very close. They really need to get like more wards down in the enemy territory or just place defense wards because nighttime is coming. They need to be able to survive this night phase right now.
This is where things could get very scary, and the darkness has already popped. They're looking to try and just run into the jungle. Is this going to be like Secret just need to run away immediately?
Yeah, they can't defend this tower. I don't see how they can defend the tower. They need to wait for Ace to get his items. He has 3.3k gold in the bank, so you pretty much do not want to fight if you're Secret right now.
Oh god, this is so scary. They're just like sitting right outside the tier 2. They don't even feel comfortable here.
They don't even care about the towers. They just want to kill you.
Ace. Oh god, he's trapped. There's a tier 1 tower at full HP and they don't give a damn.
That's what Bounty Hunter, Night Stalker, Monkey King lineups do. They can't kill buildings, they kill you. But eventually they're gonna have to kill the buildings, they're gonna start hitting the tower. Secret is just gonna use this Prophet to push out the lanes, top and bottom, to force them back. I think that's when the Prophet will try to get his speed push game going and try to force Immortals back. This is the time. He doesn't want them to just run at them.
Yeah, really good last pick here. It solves some of the problems that the team did have. The thing that's a little bit scary now is that Immortals are going to try and force the issue, force Secret to take a fight, or they're going to end up losing Roshan. Since it's already being hit here, they've got the Medallion as well on the Bounty Hunter, as well as the drums, giving them that ability to take it rather rapidly.
Not sure if they can actually find the fight before the rush goes down. It's actually going down very, very quickly. Yeah, I don't think they have enough time.
They smoke. They're moving over, but This might just be the death of them if they walk out here. Dubu in the area. They've got the Winter's Curse. This is a terrible fight for Secret. Are they going to be able to get out of here in a way? It doesn't quite look like it. The chase for Yapzor already gone, and now mid one left completely alone. They take down Puppy. They take down absolutely everybody. They do get off a Reaper Scythe, but Dubu is a liver. Oh, no, 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 no.
Oh my god. Disaster strikes at the Roche pit again. Not at the Roche pit, but because of Roshan. And Secret takes the fall here. 3 heroes going down, multiple track kills. Dubu not even going down there. Good co-embrace saving himself. Oh, this is the run at you, Dota here. Right here.
And the only thing they have to be upset about is that Secret is dying too quickly right now, and they want to keep fighting. Well, bottom lane, Ace, he's going to get the TP away for almost throwing out that shuriken. But where do you go at this point of your Secret? Because it feels like they've tried to do the hideaway and, you know, not fight thing, and that hasn't ended up working as well as they might have wanted either. Great
it was
Winter's Curse coil right here as well.
Yeah, it was working okay, but because of the Roshan, I think they probably shouldn't have fight. They could have just used the Zeus ultimate to scout. Okay, Roshan not there yet, we can go in. But they didn't actually do that, they just like kind of like ran at it.
Look at that, 60 HP.
Yeah, that fight was really, really bad for Secret. I think it was still alright before that. Like they needed to just keep farming, get the Radiance up on Ace, and wait for daytime. That was what they should have done. But they got overzealous. They thought they could have gotten a really, really good Roche fight with the Zeus and the Bloodseeker. But
And I mean,
wasn't the case, you know.
Relatively speaking, also, you're doing okay if you're Secret as far as objectives go. They've got 2 tier 2 towers down.
It was really good before that. Like even I would say like giving up the Roshan was fine for them. They don't really necessarily needed to fight. It wasn't like the last game where they had Meepo and Roshan become something really, really important for their lineup. This game is more about how they scale and farm.
Well, they have a relic on Ace. He's so close to being able to finish off that Radiance, and Shuriken gets thrown out already. Puppy is also in the trees, and it looks like he's going to be the one that gives up his life for his... I mean, okay. I think you take that if you're Puppy.
Yeah.
You keep Ace alive,
but
and you use a Winter's Curse.
Like, every kill like this, when there's bounty hunter, makes a lot of difference. You do not want to die like this with track.
Mid lane, he is, I think, going to get out of there A-okay. Yeah.
If you look at the fight recap, it's a support, but it's a 600 gold change just on a support because of track. That is not good, you know. Like in most of the games without bounty hunter, you would say, position 5 hero, dying, it's fine, space, you know. But when there's a bounty, then it changes a lot.
Right. And look at this. Potentially going to be a battle. QO has like very little mana, but he's still just walking up high ground. Doesn't give a damn. Look at the damage on the Puppy. Puppy gone. He just came back alive, but he is going to end up falling back into the grave. They are split pushing on the bottom lane with the Nature's Prophet, but I don't know if that's really going to end up forcing them back. It looks like it is. Immortals now trying to TP away. They end up breaking one TP. Maybe can they get another one? Febby, he's able to get out of there, but they have caught and killed Forev. Now looking for more
tower.
bottom lane. They haven't been able to stop this split push that's coming. It's actually starting to go down. That's going to be a tier 3 tower taken down by Secret. Everybody else is TPing away, but...
Oh my god, Secret. What a maneuver here by Fata. Like this is what I was talking about before the Roshan. They could have just kept doing this, keep the lanes shoved out with the Prophet and just outmaneuver Immortals, because you could see what Immortals are trying to do all the time. They want to run at you. They don't even care so much about the buildings. But if the lane is always push out, then it becomes very difficult for Immortals to play the kind of Dota that they want to.
And look at this. I mean, Fata has 4,600 gold in his pocket. Like, he can go into a big-ass item now and actually start to become either more of a split pusher or be more and more effective in these fights.
Split pusher. He should be a split pusher. I don't think he wants to fight right now. Because with Zeus, Bloodseeker, these 2 heroes push out and defend high ground very, very well. It's very, very possible for Secret, if nothing major happens, like if they don't lose like a huge scale team fight, they can actually defend their base for a long time and allow Prophet to just keep ratting. He might even consider going into the Aghanims. I think the Aghanims could be really good this game to control the creep equilibrium the whole game, throughout the game, and force Immortals into a very defensive posture.
Well, Immortals realizing they need to take some more of these objectives and actually put some pressure onto them. their tier 3 tower down now. Their shrines are vulnerable, but the first tier 1, or rather excuse me.
Bottom tier 1.
I can't even handle it. Rather, the last tier 1 is going to go down in the bottom lane. Oh, man.
Oh, Puppy.
Is he actually going down?
Yes, he is.
Oh, man.
But it wasn't a track kill, so...
Nothing of value was lost, I'm sure.
He was just charging to get vision, then suddenly Kyo used his boundless strike to clear the creep wave. I think he just was able to catch him out at the end of his...
But again, look up top lane and cancel of the TP, Yapzor. He's going to pay the price, but this is split pushing that's going on in the top lane. Again, Fata making a ton of stuff happen. They're trying to TP again with a couple other heroes, and it looks like they are going to be able to force them back. But that tower is down to about half HP. Fata, is he going to fall here? They also get the Winter's Curse up there in the bottom lane. It's forcing another couple back. QO does manage to get that kill, so at the end of the day, Secret lose 2. And maybe going to find a kill into MP. They do connect. They do get the kill.
So they still traded 1 for 2 though. Still not the best trade for Secret there. Losing their Prophet. If they only lost the Zeus, I would say that's a good exchange for them. But losing both right now, he was kind of forcing it too much. But on the other hand, he dealt like 900 damage to the tier 3 tower at top lane. So that's still a lot of permanent damage done to the Immortals base. So the next time that happens again, the top racks would be open.
The other thing to watch out for relatively soon here, Night Stalker only around 40 gold from completing his Aghanim Scepter.
Oh, that's huge.
That's going to really change the complexion of these fights.
Gem, and someone should get him a gem as well.
Oh no, did they really get that?
What was in the career?
That was the, I think the other piece of his Ags, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my god, that is absolutely huge. 3-minute delay in the Aghanims.
Oh lordy. Oh wait, no.
Was
it must have been, because that's the Staff of Wizardry that was on there.
Missing. Yeah, something is missing. Yeah, it's his.
Oh man, that's not great. Well, we'll have to wait and see. 3 minutes with no Aghanim Scepter, but...
Okay, he's queuing up the gem. He's going to farm the gem. So that's going to be their power pick when he gets the gem and Aghanims in 2.5 minutes.
So Nature's Prophet finishes the Mjolnir. There's a big rotation in towards the Ancients on the Dire side. Ace is here. They spot him out. There's going to be an immediate track already at the start. They turn it back around, though. A big jump, but it's not going to be enough damage. And now the Winter's Curse thrown on top of the Monkey King, excuse me, on top of Ace. And he's brought down super low with the Wukong's command. They already kill off another, and that's going to be Necrophos gone for 40 seconds. No buyback on the Bloodseeker either. He's out of there for 65 seconds. Puppy's gone too. Triple for QO. It did end up being a huge win for Immortals.
Oh my god. So they have no buyback on Ace, no buyback on mid 1, only a buyback on the Street Breaker, which is not useful at all right now.
And I mean, look at Yapzor. He's just getting dove underneath the tier 4 towers. They don't give a damn.
Oh my god.
I think, is this game?
Probably 2 sides of racks, at least. Yep. For them to be able to hold high ground, they need to make sure stuff like this do not happen. But they try to take a fight and lost too many heroes. Because if they keep the game at status quo, pushing out the lanes, don't fight, and just allow Fata to red and keep progressing in items, that is the best shot for Secret winning the game. But because they thought they saw an opportunity there, because they had a ward, they had a really good ward there, so they saw Immortals running in with their heroes. They thought they could take the fight, and Shrine was available, so I can understand the decision.
Oh no, Puppy.
Another track.
It was an effort, but well, we saw how it turned out. 30 minutes in, 9,000 net worth lead for Immortals, 29-13, and it is a big change from what we saw in the last game. Immortals really getting to run the type of draft that they wanted to.
I mean, they did get this kind of draft the last game. They just couldn't play the game that they wanted to play. So Fata right now going to build a BKB. This is going to be their last hope. BKB Prophet, BKB Bloodseeker. If they don't win that next fight, the game is... I mean, the game is pretty much over if they lose one more fight.
Right.
There's like only one fight left remaining for Secret right now, and Roshan is very likely going to be the place where the fight happens. Immortals are going to look to secure the next Roshan and end the game, and Secret is going to try to put a last stand right there.
And you talk about some of these items, like the Radiance Bloodseeker. It's great if you can have these team fights extended, but just the amount of damage that we've seen coming out from this Monkey King. He has Deso, he's got Diffusal Blade, now Lincoln's too, so it's going to be harder to burst him down. I feel like they don't do damage quickly enough to Immortals lineup.
Here comes the smoke though. They have to try. Even if they don't do damage fast enough, they need to put this defense. They have to fight at Roshan and hold out. Try to,
It looks like they're heading bottom.
What? They're going bot? What's happening? They're trying to...
I don't know. I guess that they want to go for a split push. Do they know that Roche is happening?
I don't think they know Roche is happening.
Yeah.
They really should use... I don't see them using the Zeus Ultimate to scout as much this game. I think in a few occasions, using the Thunder God's Wrath to actually scout out what's happening if you don't have a scan available.
Oh, Febby, he has the axe, he has the gem, they see everything. They've already caught on to Puppy and now maybe looking to try and take some more. MP is there, he's got the coil, gonna maybe break TP. No, he didn't catch mid one. He throws it a little bit too late. Is this not gonna actually end up working? Ace is alone, they're doing it. He's actually able to take it. That's gonna be a range barracks already almost completely gone. And you look at this, Ace is also going to get dismantled. So Secret lose too. But they are going to get a decent chunk of damage. The problem is that there's backdoor protection.
So he only managed to get the tower.
Yeah. I mean, it's something, but...
Not good enough though.
Yeah.
For this stage right now. They still have buyback on the Bloodseeker. It's probably going to need it in the next upcoming fight, their last base defense.
Here comes
Kyo with the Aegis and Cheese. Haze.
Okay, well, BKB, Fata now going to TP away, and Wukong's command comes out. Kyo does a lot of damage. Oh my god. And I'm just terrified to think about if he goes for that 100% boundless strike crit.
Don't worry, the game will be over.
You giving them the Winter's Curse?
Well, they already have one with Dubu. He's been landing very, very good curses this game. Saving Q on a few occasions.
Mid one there, blinked forward aggressively and tried to catch the puck, but wasn't quite able to get him. So, 33 minutes in, like you said, it's 12,000 net worth lead. And, we've got just things looking tough for Secret. It just has to be more of the split pushing, right?
Yep, the Roshan fight was probably their biggest downfall this game. Disregarding the lanes wasn't so good as well, but didn't really lose them the game. I think the Roche, where they decided to contest and lost multiple heroes, that was...
Oh my god, look at QO.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He really doesn't care. He might end up caring though, he just loses the Aegis, but they do take down the Necro. No buyback for 50 seconds. So
he still has cheese.
Suicide mission completed, and now the charge through catches on Dubu. No, they end up breaking it right there, and well, Puppy in trouble. They've caught two with the coil. Ace and Poor Nature's Prophet. He's starting to hit his friends, and they're going to get taken down now. The Wukong's command comes out. That's going to be Ace dropping low. They catch on the Yapsor as well, but not going to be able to run him down as of yet. Popping the Blade Mail on the Bounty Hunter. Not often seen, but much appreciated. Cold Embrace, keeping him alive for the moment. Can they kill off Rev? Looks like the answer is maybe. Rupture there as well. MP dodging away from things, but the barracks are gone. They're about to be mega creeped, and Secret are going to have to take this to a game number 3 most likely, as Immortals are just dominating this one. Being said, Ace does run pretty fast.
He still wants to kill him. Look at this Monkey King. He's still chasing. He's actually still chasing. He doesn't want to end the game.
Ace is like, just leave me alone. I want to be somewhere else in the world right now. Secret are actually holding on. Dubu is dead.
Yeah, thanks to some Monkey King running after a hero instead of ending the game.
Winter is so triggered. Oh, God. Yeah, they still actually hold on to one more range barracks,
I'm sure he's smiling at his team now, Kyo. Sorry, guys.
Bottom lane, Forev, he's not smiling. They got him caught. They got him killed. MP TP'd into this as well. Time to run away, maybe.
No thanks to one monkey, three heroes going down.
Well, there's 40 seconds with these heroes gone since there's no buyback on them.
I'm sure they're still going to eventually end the game.
Okay. Okay.
But Secret does have heroes that can actually defend like Mega Creeps. Zeus, Bloodseeker, Necro. I mean, Necro's not that fun, but Zeus and Bloodseeker are very good at pushing these waves out. Maybe they can actually hold the game if they can win a fight. If they can win a fight.
It's a big old if that you got there, but at least you know what it is that you need to get to find a win. It's just a long ways off. Puppy getting punched on the backside. QO looking like he's ready to finish this one off and move into the next game, maybe.
Well, should have done that maybe 1 minute ago. But he decided to chase on Bloodseeker.
Well,
He's trying to, extend the game for everyone's enjoyment.
absolutely.
More kills for Bounty.
I mean, there's been a hell of a lot of them so far. 54 kills in this game in 36 minutes. We're certainly not disappointed in the Immortals Dota. Fata pushing down this bottom lane. They have creeps in their base, though, so if Immortals wanted to, they could just group together and walk down the lane regardless.
Ooh, Aghanim's Bounty. This is cool. Double bounce.
All right, let's see if they can do it.
They can probably just run in and just take a fight and kill them.
Dubu getting charged. Thunder God's Wrath, they spot him. There's the Cold Embrace, though, and now Puppy trying to turn it. He gets silenced, he gets killed. And Immortals going to walk at them. Fata, in the meantime,
Red Dota.
he's starting to do some damage. They got creeps here as well. Do they decide to go for the tier 4s instead? It might even be an option for them. Mid 1, he catches for the moment, starting to bring him down low. QO brought down to about a quarter HP left as well. MP, he's down super low also. These heroes are still alive. They end up getting the Winter's Curse off as well. Fata is still doing damage to these barracks. They do finally get the Mega Creeps. But Immortals, I mean, they took down the Necro. He has buyback. They're waiting for an overextension right now, I would imagine. Febby, he pops his BKB, wants to continue to fight the Nature's Prophet, who is eventually going to be brought down. No buyback for him. 80 seconds. Ace can chase this if they want to. Dubu caught again. Mid 1, no Reaper sight, so they're not going to be able to have that big burst damage that they need to kill these heroes off. Secret on a hope and a prayer trying to finish this one here, but it is too difficult, and with the Aghanim's bounces as well, Puppy eventually going to get killed off again. He is buyback, 46 seconds, but it is feeling like a fool's errand here as Secret eventually going to be killed off and push this to a game number 3 as GG is finally called.
Two really good games of Dota. Two very good demonstrations of...
Is he chasing Ace again?
Yeah, two
Ace.
very good demonstration of very different ways of playing the game, how they approach the game, how they specifically tailored drafts against opponents. I mean, Immortals don't care. They just draft what they want to run at enemies. But Secret, this time, the Zeus Breaker not working out well for them. I mean, the lanes were like kind of messy as well. Like Bloodseeker, you kind of don't want to run into this kind of messy situation. Maybe he should have started to jungle earlier, because the constant rotations between the lanes actually affected his item progression a lot in the game. He was really low level, so that was an issue for him. But even though after that, you mentioned a bit about the net worth. After the lane phase, the 8 heroes all about the same net worth, and at that point of the time, Fata is starting to split push, create a lot of chaos. But just the Roshan fight, that Roshan fight.
Yeah, that one Roche fight. I mean, granted, they were still relatively even in net worth, but it felt like that momentum swing was just so pronounced. And QO ends the game 18-3 and 18. Not bad for a Monkey King, but we're going to have to see what happens going into game number 3. We've gone the distance. Last time, if I'm not mistaken, Secret didn't win a series. So going into this one now, we'll have to see what they have up their sleeves. But back to the panel, see what they thought about that one.
First deflection of cantilever beam subjected to point local at, and was it WL square 2 EI? No. Oh shit, I forgot it. I think it was WL cube 3 EI. No, WL square 16 EI. No, yaar, this was for simply supported beam. Oh god, please help me.
So I'm pretty sure all of you have faced such situations during your examinations when you have learned some formulas, but you either forget those formulas during exams or you fail to recall it correctly. And this situation gets even worse in the examinations, in the competitive examinations like GATE, in which you have hundreds of formulas to learn and to recall in those 3 hours under peer pressure. And you end up recalling the wrong formulas and you end up doing the negative marking. So can't there be any method through which you can recall the formulas, you can derive those formulas within few seconds if you forget it? So I will tell you one such method through which if you forget the formula, you can recall the formula, you can derive the formula within few seconds and you can do it correctly. So all of you have done the deflection of beams formulas and you know how confusing it is, because there are different types of beams with different types of loading and all the formulas are almost similar. So I will tell you one process through which you can derive those formulas within few seconds. So one such method is the conjugate beam method. So what you have to do in this conjugate beam method is, first you have to draw the M by EI diagram. M by EI diagram is nothing but bending moment diagram divided by E into I. So first draw M by EI diagram. Then load this M by EI diagram on conjugate beam. How to draw the conjugate beam? I will tell you the process to draw the conjugate beam. You have to load that M by EI diagram over that conjugate. Now, the shear force at any section of the conjugate beam will give us the slope at that section of the real beam. And the bending moment at any section of the conjugate beam will give us deflection at that section of the real beam. Okay, so prerequisite for this method is that you should have a very strong command over shear force and bending moment diagram. Then only you can do this with the help of this method. And if you don't know how to draw shear force bending moment diagram, just refer my lecture of shear force and bending moment diagram and then come to this, and then you will be able to solve such questions very quickly. Now there are few rules to draw the conjugate beam. I will tell you. The roller support in the real beam becomes hinge support in the conjugate beam. The hinge support in the real beam remains hinge support in the conjugate beam. The free end of the real beam becomes fixed end in the conjugate beam, and the fixed end of the real beam becomes free end of the conjugate beam. There are many more rules, but this much rules is sufficient as of now. Okay, so the roller support becomes hinge support remains hinge support, free end becomes fixed end becomes free end. That's it. And with this we will solve one question. So we are taking this case. Suppose we
Are you looking for thousands of real Instagram likes and video views? Do you want to grab more attention from others to promote your works or your brand?
Like, never step to us. If you want last pick this time.
But doesn't that mean, I don't know how it works, but doesn't that mean Secret now have the last pick?
I don't know.
I'm not sure
it's a
how
coin
the-
flip.
I don't know. I
think
think they have to do a
priority
coin
goes.
flip, don't they, for
GG.
sides.
All
Yeah.
right. The coin flip decides everything.
Could do. It
It was also a lesson for William and not to step to Cap as an analyst.
Well, we were messing around. Someone actually did tweet me and say, "Hey, can you not be horrible to William?" And I was
I'm a
like,
nice
"Hey,
young
whoa,
boy."
hold on.
William's had a hard life.
We're just having some fun, guys. We're just having fun." Because Will just seems to pick whoever Cap doesn't,
No, that's not true.
and it's not working, William.
I pick whoever everyone else. I go against the grain every time.
Right. For fun.
William's a maverick. He's a rogue.
This entire week I've done that, and so far my success rate is above 50%. So
Really?
that is more about you guys than it does
How
about
are you
me.
in this series?
In this series, it's pretty bad. I'm gonna be real, but so far, like the overall record, I think it stands pretty good.
All right. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights of that game, and highlights in particular for Immortals. Why was it so one-sided the other way this time, Cap?
I don't know, dude. I was just doing the observing.
You were.
No,
and,
seriously,
and credit to you, by the way, because this is a great piece of observing
I mean,
right
isn't
here.
there anything that I can do? I can host, I can cast, I can be on the analyst desk, I'm handsome. I mean, I could just, you know,
I mean, 4
I can do
out of 5
everything.
ain't bad, I suppose.
What? Excuse me?
Be humble. Get to TI main stage without me.
Not arrogant, not over the top.
Have you
doesn't blow
literally
his own
been to a
trumpet.
TI main
No,
stage
you
without
go.
me? What are you like,
No.
over 3 in your career?
No.
Yeah, sit down, dude.
Yeah, so
Over 2.
Over
Over
2.
2.
Okay.
Over 2 without me.
TI4 you weren't around, and TI7. Yeah.
Okay.
I got you back now,
What's up, Paul?
William.
So Will,
What
just
up,
to help us to help rescue the segment. Where did Secret go wrong? Where did Immortals go right?
Where did Secret go wrong? They got tricked into thinking they could fight. You can never fight Immortals. That's the one thing that they do so well. When you don't have this like split pushy hero, like Meepo's the perfect hero against them, if you think about it, because it's a hero that can avoid fights and also fight when it feels like it. And you see like Forever right there, he's laughing, like they're having a good time. They're just running at you. They do set up these fights very well. I think it's doing a disservice to them to say that they just like run at you. And
Yeah, I
'cause
remember you
good
saying
teams can avoid
yesterday
fights.
about this whole running at them
Yeah.
thing, because you were quite annoyed about it in a way, in the sense that a lot of fans do go, oh, they just run at you. It's just mindless running, but it's not mindless
No,
running,
it's
is
not
it?
at
It's
all.
calculated running.
Because how can they get the other team to fight so consistently?
Yeah.
It's doing a disservice to a team like Immortals to simply just say, well, they're just running at them and the other team is too stupid to run away. It's like, no, they set up these fights very well. They make sure that they always sandwich you in. They make you think that it's going to be an advantageous fight for you. They'll flash 4 heroes and they'll show one in another. He'll immediately TP in, and all of a sudden you think you have the numbers advantage, and all of a sudden it's even. Their drafts are a little bit tricky too, because if you look at it on paper, this bounty hunter pick is countered by a lot of the heroes that Secret have. But what this bounty hunter does is it did very well in the laning phase, and then it allowed him to just rotate around the map, forcing these engagements that Secret felt they had to take.
It goes to show, like, if you look at every single one of the fights that Immortals ends up losing, it's always because they're reacting to what Secret's doing, and they're kind of scrambling. Like, you had that game 1 where Secret very clearly set up, this is the team fight that we want to be able to have around this tower with the Blink Dagger Meepo coming in. Like, they had a game plan, and they were kind of the ones, in a way, I think, setting the tempo in that regard. And Immortals were kind of, like, going into that trap. And same thing here happened in this game, too. I think they lost maybe one fight. It was around the tier 2, bottom tier 2 or something like that. And it was just because they were, like, TPing in. They're reacting to the push that was happening bottom. Every single one of the fights where Immortals is kind of the one who is saying, like, okay, we want to force this fight over here, they pretty much always win those.
All right, we're going to get into Game 3 very shortly, but first let's check in with another member of one of the teams, this time on the Secret side of things, and hear from Yapsor just before they entered into the PGL Open Bucharest.
Hello, my name is Yazid Jardat, also known as Yapsor, and I play position 4 for Team Secret. In regards to the new season, I think we're just going to accept as many invites as we can and play as many qualifiers as we can until we see how many tournaments we're confirmed to play in, and so we can schedule our plan exactly how we want it. The way we decided to bring in Ace was basically we needed a carry player or an offlane player actually, because Fata can play both. There was actually a time where me and Fata wanted Ace to play. His name was brought up into the topic and he kind of flew to the top of our list and we asked him and he accepted. The way we prepared for this event was basically we were at Star Ladder before, right before this tournament. So we played there, we're getting more LAN experience as a new roster. So we come into this LAN, which seems a bit more relaxed. And we're trying to scrim as much as we can for now. And we arrived earlier for the tournament, so we can just relax for a bit and talk about what we want to do. The way I think about the Dota 2 circuit system is actually, I'm not sure about the system itself, but the whole concept of qualifying points I think was needed a very long time ago actually. We were talking about it even before it happened. The concept is very smart, but we don't know how it's going to play out exactly yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. I think the strongest teams that are here are Immortals, LDD, and EG.
Very different answers from the Secret side of things. Well, interesting as well, Will, that he mentioned how Ace came to end up in the team. It's not common knowledge always, is it, how these players end up in the particular teams? You often think there's these backroom deals going on and contracts flying over the internet somewhere. Actually, it's as simple as, yeah, he looked pretty good on paper and we asked him.
Yeah, it's more just like, hey, you want to play? You in a team? It's like, no, that sounds like fun. Let's do it.
I've heard that the teams, like, there are certain Western teams that don't really, like, try out players so much. But it's more of a Chinese thing where they definitely put players through the rigor before they actually officially pull them onto the team and everything. but it seems like the Western teams are a little bit more, like, I guess, forgiving or open. And it works because it's the beginning of the season as well.
Yeah, do you think that will change as we get more professional and it grows and the salaries go up and prize money goes up and what have you?
Yeah.
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 Maybe.
I don't know. It's esports. It's a little bit of a different beast.
How'd you get into veggies these days?
Well, I was friends with William, and he took pity on me. He was like, "You poor soul, rise up from
Bless
the 5K level.
We'll help you get out of that hole."
Ascend, my child."
A lot of good that did me.
Amazing. Also interesting that he also mentioned that there's still a new lineup, which yeah, I guess they technically are, at least two of them anyway. But it does take time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes time to gel, and you don't really know how things are going to go. I mean, look at Liquid last year. They took some time. Things look a little bit shaky. And even Liquid the year before, if you remember, they missed out on the Frankfurt Major. And they missed out on quite a few lands before they finally qualified for Shanghai, where they got second. And then they just went on that sick run. So it takes some time. You don't know how things are going to go quite yet. You know, some things eventually just take time to click more than anything. You start to discover more things about your players and stuff like that.
Okay.
What did they say about Immortals? I didn't hear that last bit where he definitely said
He was saying
Immortals
with the
went in.
best teams.
Yeah. Who are the strongest teams here?
Yeah.
Yep. They both said
Nice
each
to say
other.
that they have the respect.
Yeah, they've both said each other, so it's kind of cool. Let's step into the social media bag of questions as well, as we're tied up 1-1 right now, just about waiting for the players to come back for the third and final draft. Should EG focus of drafting or team play to... There's some English needs in here. There's a word there. Should EG focus on drafting or team play to improve? Will.
Yes, Will. Tell us how EG becomes better, coach.
Because their drafting seems pretty good.
I think their drafting is okay.
And their thought processes and the way that they go through a draft, it hasn't changed that dramatically, it doesn't feel.
No, I felt like their drafts against Beneski were fine. And that in itself tells me that most of the time it's going to be play-related, or... It's hard to say because you're not in the booth, and I can't hear what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But it does feel like things are a little bit off.
There's
like
a disjoint.
Yeah, they're not really making moves, and the moves that they are making, it doesn't feel like there's an overall game plan for them, and that like worries me more than anything because their drafts do seem okay, and normally that's the area where you kind of want to suffer. Like if your drafts are bad, it's kind of easier to improve upon that.
Yeah.
But if your actual team play and communication are a little bit off, that takes more time.
Does it become... How do I say this? Does it affect the other one if you're good at one and... In other words, if they're not playing very well, but they're drafting well, and they get the right heroes, and then they don't, does that affect the confidence of the drafting?
Yes.
Because you can go back to the draft then.
And that's the problem, is that when you're losing or when you're not performing to expectations, you don't know exactly what's going wrong.
Yeah.
From an outsider perspective, it's very easy for me to say, like, I feel like their drafts are pretty good,
Sure.
but maybe once they start losing, they'll say, like, this isn't our comfort zone anymore. We can't do this. It's very hard when you lose because when you're winning, everything works. When you're like VP, of course you can do whatever you want and anything wins, but when you're losing, it just feels like everything sucks.
Well, it's that you said yesterday, Will. Like when you're winning, when you're the top team, your drafts always look good.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything you do is a brilliant decision.
Do you know, it goes back to TI5. I asked Peter exactly the same thing, PPD, and I said to him, you know, why is it so good? And he was like, because we're winning.
Yeah.
It's as straightforward as that.
When you're losing, everything's horrible.
Indeed, everything sucks. We're into draft number 3, then bans completed.
Yes.
No
And
real
first
surprise?
They did not ban the Venomancer.
Wow. Okay then.
Secret, what have you done?
Do they take Pugna themselves?
Well, that's an old tactic, isn't it, in drafting? Leave 2 in, so
Yeah,
you can
take
split
the
one. Yeah.
I wonder if they go back for that Spirit Breaker Zeus. Like, for example, if they had played Game 2 first, before Game 1, and they had picked that Spirit Breaker Zeus, and Secret had lost, everyone would be like, wow, what a bunch of morons. Like, what did they do?
Yeah.
But because they won with it, of course it looks genius.
Not
They
this
take
time,
Rubik?
though. Rubik
Okay.
versus the Venomancer,
Yeah. One of the few counters.
who just get free ward steals. And then you got a nice little magic resistance buff as well.
You always steal
That's a nice
something
little
good.
thing.
Like, you're not sad about doing anything.
Like, oh no, I didn't get wards. I got poison and Nova.
Which incidentally is what our observers had today.
Oh.
Hope they're both much better, by the way. Shout out to Wepas and Scriff.
shout out to Lyrical for doing a really
Shout out
good
to
job.
Lyrical and Cap today, actually, for filling in, because both of them have done
Lyrical definitely
sterling
did a
jobs.
much better job
Do you know,
observing.
I wasn't gonna down you at all on that because I thought you did really well, but I honestly didn't notice Lyrical doing it this morning, which is about the best compliment I can give him.
Lyrical did a great job.
He did.
I have no idea how auto director.
Well, I was going to say what was going on in that last game. We were missing all sorts of info.
It wasn't that much. Come on. Paul, stop being late.
I'm teasing. Second pick, so no Pugner here.
No pug now.
Mm.
But I do like, so the Rubik pickup is pretty common, and the puck pickup because then if Immortals decides to take the Spirit Breaker, you kind of stop that.
Just because you can run a mid. It's a counter to the Spirit Breaker. It doesn't
Wonder
like
if-
charging pucks.
I wonder if they take Wyvern again. Like, that hero seems unstoppable for Immortals. Or you just take a 4 here. But I think you have options. Like, you
Why
can
do
still
you
take...
think it's unstoppable for Immortals?
I don't know, I just think it's a good hero for them. I think
It's
they know how to play
lane,
against it.
lane shoving support, which
Yeah.
allows them to fight more.
They should take Earth Spirit, though. Earth Spirit's good against Puck.
Yeah,
And it's... Like, it doesn't give anything to Rubik when Rubik steals any of his spells.
I much prefer that choice. Because Wyvern here just seems a little open. Oh, hey, there's the other kind of OP hero that's left.
Mm.
Lich.
Squeaked through, didn't it?
Well, we're definitely looking at a potential laning domination here from Immortals between those two heroes.
Yes. And we've seen how often the lanes matter. So if I was Immortals, I'd like second to ban something like AM.
Yes, I think
You want to get rid of the Pugner?
I want to get rid of the AM.
AM 100%. AM's like a very common up versus Venomancer. You do all right in the laning, so you have natural magic resist, and you just and like matching really well the
Okay,
split
but
push that you do.
They've gotten rid of the monkey.
What else
Monkey
can you get
Man
rid
was
of?
very
Brood?
strong.
If you're afraid of getting... I think Brood's good against both those heroes too.
Yeah, it lanes well, pretty well against Venomancer, right? Destroys him.
What did they ban?
They banned Spirit Breaker.
Okay, it's not bad. It's good. They need to ban the gap closers and the team fighters.
So, does the AM go here?
I'm not sure.
It wouldn't be Team Secret to be
Does Secret
Immortals.
really play it?
No better time than the present.
That's true. I'm sure Ace plays everything. Did they ban
Right.
Bounty?
I mean, yeah, he's got
Okay.
a super in-depth hero pool.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense because they do already have somewhat of a weak support.
They can ban
No,
NP or Ricky. I'd be okay with either of those bans.
There's the Brood Mother. That would be
Just
a
in
pretty
case.
crappy way to lose.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
You have such OP heroes in the
Game
opening,
3.
and Brood Mother destroys them both.
Yeah, Brood versus Veno just feels really awful.
Are you, like, how early can you pick up Animage? Like, we saw in the 1-2 early in the series. Do you think
You have to see the 4 first.
the 4 position?
Yeah. Oh, so they take Chen.
Yeah.
They forgot about the puppy Chen.
Yeah.
So this now means that they have a really powerful duo support that can move around, get kills. Like the Rubik Telekinesis is a really great setup for the Chen. Like Rubik is only successful as a support oftentimes in the laning phase when it comes to kills, when he's setting up a more powerful damage dealing support. And in this case, tossing someone into like Hellbear Smasher or something like that is like a guaranteed kill.
Spirit's something that Immortals have gone back for.
Williams on a spree.
Really am. But that's like that's a really obvious Earth Spirit pick. Like you see Puck for a really long time in the competitive scene, Earth Spirit was seen as the counter to Puck. It's really hard, like especially when he gets things like Blink Dagger. The Puck can't really avoid that. Like at that point, it's just a game of reflexes.
Is this a good PL game?
PL?
Yeah.
It's alright.
It's like it's just like Puck.
Yeah, I thought they
It's
would
the only
take.
problematic
I thought
hero.
they would take something like Ember though, Immortals.
Sure.
Maybe like Ember Lich, Safe Lane Veno.
Yeah, you can't really run Puck very well
Yeah.
against it.
I'm okay with like Pugna still too. I'd be okay with Pugna or Ember. But Immortals has the last pick. Or they had first pick, right? So they have to consecutive core. So it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, that's true.
It
Team
just depends on
Secret
what you
get
think you
the
could ban.
grand reveal.
Yeah.
Most likely we're looking at different mid, right?
What'd I say? Ember or...
And they can still go for that AM last pick for Team
Oh, they
Secret.
take Bloodseeker?
Go for back for the Bloodseeker. They have favoured that.
Yeah. So that's most likely like a dual lane.
Yeah, it beats out both Puck and Necrophos in lanes as well.
So what do you do if you're
Nice.
Secret here? Do you ban like Pugna? I think you ban Pugna.
Because they don't need it and they don't want it.
Yeah.
They still need a 1 position though. Potentially.
And the Meepo.
This is a much harder Meepo game.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
There's so much AoE. Plus,
Do Immortals get scared though and just ban it anyway?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay, so they did ban
Okay.
Pugna. We were correct about that. And then I think Immortals. You could just ban Meepo, but I feel like you have really good ways to deal with it. Like Lich is really nice, or Spirit's really nice, Venno's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lich alone can
Maybe you,
destroy a Meepo.
maybe you ban something like Sven. I don't know. Or AM still. Probably not AM if they think that.
Yeah, with the Bloodseeker already in hand.
Yeah.
Though you said it's not the hardest counter in the world, right? It's more of like a first 25 minutes counter.
Yeah, they could ban something like Lifestealer. I don't know.
I was thinking about Lifestealer in like the opening with the early pick Puck against Venomancer. Like you like to be able to have clean initiation.
Yeah.
It's not good versus Lich.
I thought it was going to be something like Sven that they banned. Just because.
Yeah, I like Sven. We had that conversation over
so
and
they
over
banned
again.
Ember.
Like Bloodseeker doesn't really counter Sven because Sven is still an initiator. It still outputs his damage really fast.
Well, that's a fast pick. So they take Doom. That's the counter to both Chen and
And yeah, Necro.
Necro. But Chen also works really well against Doom because you can always just send back whoever got doomed.
Mm-hmm.
And Rubik's really nice too because all of your spells that you steal from Doom is really nice.
I mean, they could just neutralize Necrophos or Puck.
Yeah.
And then another hero is going to be kind of neutralized by the Rupture from Bloodseeker.
I'm sure you just go wild and take like Wraith King
You keep on suggesting Wraith King as your like wild pick,
because one day it'll happen.
and you'll look like a genius.
It's like Wraith King or like offlane Omni or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, fine, Omni.
You don't know
All
these
right.
things.
I'm down. But like, don't you need high ground hero? Necrophos, Puck, no
This is
high
like
ground.
Chen. You can just like hit buildings.
Yeah, but is he a tier 3 killer?
Yeah, I'm sure you just
Or you either
you
get
just kill them all.
later game.
Killing them all is also an option, Austin.
That seemed to be what QO only had on his mind last game.
Yeah. What,
Kill them all.
what were my stupid suggestions? It was like Wraith King or you take like Bat Rider or something, or
Is Chaos Knight any good?
I don't think so.
What about TB?
TB is okay-ish, but still a rough game for all these illusion-based heroes.
Yeah, I don't like it against Earth Spirit and Lich.
Mid1 has played a lot of Razor recently as well.
I said like what Wraith King, or
He hasn't played Wraith King, funnily
Sven.
enough.
I'm gonna keep suggesting him until somebody picks him.
Yeah, but
He's another green hero.
the most normal pickup would be Sven.
Or they do Bat Rider and move the Necro safe lane and Puck mid.
That's a lot of moving.
Oh, it was TB, Paul.
Hey.
Man,
Good
we
work,
were
Paul.
good
What
job,
do you know?
Paul.
This is why it's a team effort.
Isn't that a
Absolutely,
rough
that's
TB
why.
game though?
Yeah.
It's not that rough, is it?
I feel like there's a lot
Tough,
of AoE.
but not impossible.
It's not impossible.
Hmm.
They've got a lot of ways to deal with it. Like it doesn't look like
And they can play pretty fast. Like, they can definitely just mow down towers really early on. Mid one, Puck, though. I'm going to go Immortals.
you're gonna go Immortals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
William, are you
why?
happy with
Why?
that decision?
Cap, why?
Just because I think it's a little bit of a rough Terrorblade game. I'm not really convinced that, like, the way I look at Secret's lineup is that they're going to have to be able to, like, snowball pretty quickly. And I think Immortals is just pretty good at fighting. They've got some pretty comfortable heroes. I think Doom's going to be particularly effective in this game.
Okay, Immortals for Cap.
I'm going to
Well.
go with Secret. I feel like Secret, the Terrorblade is going to do a lot. The Necrophos is hard to kill here. I think that
And you forgot the most important part?
it's opposite day.
Yeah.
Secret.
Because Austin didn't pick that team. He does. Right then, we're done with the panel. Let's find out who makes it through to the semi-final as we head back to our commentators for game number 3.
Thank you so much, Paul and Winter. My goodness gracious, we've got a Puck on mid 1. We've got a QO Bloodseeker. I feel like these heroes really exemplify the two play styles. One of them's like finesse and, you know, juke around, the 10K plays. The other one is just run at your face. Do you like it?
You're missing out an important hero, the strongest green hero, the Venal.
Oh, yeah. He's pretty terrifying, isn't he?
I'm actually siding with Immortals here with their lineup, with the Venal. I think their lineup is really, really solid right now. They have Doom as well, which is really good against the heroes that Secret has. Can be countered by Chen Sandbag, but I think overall in the early game, they have the Lich to secure one of their lanes. Doom is okay being alone against the Chen because you can eat his creeps if he comes and gank you with one. So they have a lot of options against the Chen here in the early game.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting look, too, because it's a hero that I feel like it became pretty popular at StarLadder. It's also maintained some of that popularity here as well. And I think that if you're able to get off to a great start, he's just so difficult to deal with. But obviously, Doom being able to eat his creeps might be a little bit of a tough thing there. Do you just go to a different lane outside of the Doom, like try and run mid with it instead?
Yeah, probably, possibly. You try to avoid the Doom. And Lich Doom is going to be very, very annoying at the start on the lane as well. Ice armor on the high HP Doom makes the Doom really, really hard to kill with Scorch Earth.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see. I think most likely the Chen will try to help mid. Because I kind of expect Fabi to... He's going to sacrifice one creep mid in the mid lane to start things off. And then he might rotate to help the Doom after that. So I think Chen probably going to look to neutralize that advantage that the Lich is going to give his team. Try to help the mid laner first, give him a creep. Ideally, either the Tornado or the Satyr because of the health regen. Either one would be really good for the lane.
Saw there as well the very nice OBS words letting us know that the camps all in the bottom lane have been blocked off. There's no camps at all. And is he going to get how many with this?
Dubu is going to body block one of them. That's really, really good for Immortals. Okay, he's trying to... He's going to leave him, stop him from body blocking.
Oh, no.
He still got it.
So that hard camp is taken away. There's one more hard camp that's over there. Secret need to take a second to figure out what they're going to do. But yeah, the Hellbear Smasher is still left, I guess. There's a Satyr that's up here as well on the top hard camp.
By the way, they moved the Terrorblade top. So Terrorblade is actually top. A lot of teams have been doing this, having the carry on the offlane nowadays. Guess he is kind of expecting the Lich to be down there, so he doesn't want to go to the Lich lane as a TB. Maybe that's why. Kind of want to leave Fata to go to that lane. Oh, they actually have Fata on Necro and mid one on the Puck. I was kind of expecting the opposite.
Yeah, I think that...
It's the lane matchup, Maybe they want to have the Puck against Bloodseeker matchup.
I mean, they're already preparing to swap around again, though. Like you mentioned, Febi is up here in the top lane. He's already bought his TP scroll, knows that that might be a thing that he needs to invest in. But like we're talking about, Dubu running away from Yapzor right now. They have the lift. They catch him as he tried to roll away. Dubu in a little bit of a scary spot now and going to fall. First blood drawn by Puppy.
What a player right there. That's why he is widely regarded as one of the best Rubiks right now.
Yeah, well, mid lane, we can see as well, QO, he will eventually be able to get a lot of regen as long as mid one isn't able to completely deny out absolutely everything from him. It looks like another roll in, trying to find it. Like you said, he had to use his orb already, but able to walk away nonetheless.
So laning phase-wise, pretty even so far in the mid lane. Chen has moved towards top lane to try to secure the Terrorblade's lane first. I guess all things considered, another roll onto the Puck.
Mid one doesn't even stop CSing.
Yeah, I guess all things considered, they want to secure Ace. Like he's the probably the most important hero among the three cores here, the Terrorblade, Necro, and Puck. He's the one that you do not want to have a hard game. So I guess Chen is going to prioritize stabilizing his lane first. Then after stabilizing his lane, he's going to consider whether he should help the rest
And you can see right here as well, Puppy is going to be able to take himself a couple of stacks on these camps. Dubu walking in, wants to get the block as well, and does get the block, but there is still going to be another one. And Febby, in the meantime, gets clapped once, while Yapsor is doing a little bit of right-click damage onto him. So Dubu blocked one camp, wasn't able to block the other one.
He has a Centaur and a Wild Wing Ripper, so I guess pretty useful creeps for the Chen right now. Terrorbird's getting very good farm at the moment. 11 CS, top of the chart. Same goes to Doom, the Necro. Everyone is farming relatively well.
Top lane, Febby is just getting punched by this Hellbear Smasher. He almost got brought down very low, but it looks like will eventually die to the tower.
In trouble.
Yeah, Yapsor going to be brought down very low, although you do have Metamorphosis and also the Reflection, able to slow him down enough. That keeps Yapsor alive.
Wow.
Ace, what a buddy. And doesn't even end up connecting with the Gale. There is a reveal here, and Bloodseeker's going to be hitting quite hard, but it's still going to be Yapsor living.
Yep, and bottom lane, so far Necro starting to pull ahead. As soon as you get levels on Necro and with the Orb of Venom, you should be able to... Wow, did he actually... Oh, he wasted himself. There was Orb of Venom. Oh my god, that would be really, really bad for Forev here in the bot lane.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the Satyr creep, so does not have the health regen.
Can I mention real quickly that Dubu just got all 4 bounty runes? Excuse me, he got 3 of the bounty runes, and the Invis also. So he's a player. He's getting some gold for himself. Top lane, or rather bottom lane, Forev trying to turn back against Fata. And Fata is very, very low. So it's actually going to be a kill. They roll in with Dubu, but stick charge isn't a fairy fire. Necro is still Necro.
And he has cells up right now, so he's going to be A-OK in the lane right now. Back to full, and Doom on the other hand, they gave him a tango, so Dubu gave him one extra tango, so he has more regen in lane. Has to wait another 2 minutes before he, 1 more minute before he gets his shrine. Has to hold his lane for a bit.
Well, mid one, gonna get a regen rune up here at the top spot. Febby is taking a couple of right clips from Yapsor as well. All in all, things just feeling relatively even with a bit of a lean into the favor of Secret. What do you feel like both teams need to kind of do over the next few minutes? Is there particular pressure on either team to make more happen during the laning phase?
I think Secret has more power to make stuff happen right now. On the other hand, Immortals, they want to have more levels on their heroes, especially the Osprey, the Lich, mid-gank coming.
QO gonna get lifted there. They do have the clap to follow this up as well. Gets the slow onto QO, but can they actually find the kill? It doesn't look like it.
It's too tanky.
The orb was already used.
Way too tanky. And mid one is not yet level 6, so does not have a coil. Wow, he's actually quite far behind in terms of levels. Bloodseeker is like 1 level ahead of mid one.
Scary guy.
Yeah, because of the Lich deny. Lich helped out the mid lane earlier, so giving QO the decisive advantage that he needs to be able to snowball out of the lane.
He doesn't really care that much about that tornado that's on top of him anyways, because he's got all the regen in the world. Rupture available too. This could get scary if Dubu manages to possibly kick the puck when he's ruptured.
Oh, Puck. He probably will die here if they get the rupture on him.
Well, orb used. That is going to be mid one in a lot of trouble. The roll, Dubu going to kick him back. A lot of damage being dealt in. Well, can't phase shift rupture. Top, or rather bottom lane again. Fata brought low, but not dead. Forev did a bit of damage onto him.
He's gonna hit level 6 soon. He's gonna have that kill potential on the Necro once he gets there. He has a Soul Ring, so he would not have any issues with mana.
But a big rotation up here now. Secret have 3 heroes and a Hellbear Smasher and a Wildling Ripper in the area. But
so far, all the lanes are top lane and bottom lane quite even for both sides. Terrorblade, Venom, Doom, Necro. The only lane that's really, really in favor of Immortals is the mid lane right now, which QO is winning very handily. Another bounty rune stack.
he's gonna pay for this one for sure, but I mean, he's getting gold. He's making it happen.
Not the biggest deal, but still, a kill is a kill, giving Puck experience and extra gold onto the bank of mid one.
Forev has Doom here also.
Yeah, he has very, very serious kill potential right now on the Necro. Fata is really, really scared right now.
I mean, Fata can also maybe kill him. He's got Reaper's Scythe. It's kind of going to be, you know, who hits it first and who gets into better position, although Forev is now regenning up a lot as well from that Scorched Earth, which makes things a little bit harder to play out in perfect sync.
Oh,
But with
Fata-
Poppy in the
Fata
area,
is definitely under more pressure than 4F. And they are going to have to bring more heroes in if they want to kill the Doom here.
well, they do have those heroes in the area. And Terrorblade coming as well. Are they going to get the lift up? Forev?
Yep.
In trouble. They've got the catch. Do they have the damage? He has the Doom, but not going to expend it. Forev going to take a moment to think about things.
Very big kill and very good rotation. Like, every time when you switch lanes like this, you want to be able to get a kill. You don't want to just like switch a lane if possible. Get a kill along the way. Very good move here by Secret there, realizing Ace is no longer safe on the top lane. Chan can't really stay top as much and be as effective as possible. They need to swap off the lanes and help out Ace more. And Fata doesn't really want to lane against the Doom anymore.
Another pause. Apparently Fata's having a little bit of issues, it looks like.
Gosh, this mid lane is totally getting dumpstered. Look at the CS disparity. Look at the numbers.
Yeah, that ain't great.
Oh my god.
That ain't great. More denies than most of the heroes have last hits.
This is by far the biggest disparity I've seen in a while.
Right. So do you need to like bring heroes in to try and like find a counter kill? Mid one doesn't have boots yet.
But they can't. I don't think they can kill him before the puck has. He's close to level 6. They need that. They're gonna have to bring in.
God, look at this.
They're gonna have to bring in 3 heroes, I think. Like Rubik and Chan with a creep. Let's see. Maybe they can kill. Like it's gonna be quite difficult to kill. He didn't even like rush. Go for like a Midas rush. He's going for items. He's buying items. He has a wand. He has a raindrop. He has a bracer. He still has a fairy fire.
Maybe they need to turn the lights on over there. I don't know. It's having a tough time. I'm trying to figure out like a way that you make that rotation happen, because I guess that you could bring in the Necrophos when you get Coil
but he has
on
no
puck.
Reaper now, so it's a long time, 70 seconds. I don't know, man. It's gonna be very difficult for him to kill this Bloodseeker. Kyo can be very aggressive, and I think if he feels like he's in danger, Lich TPs in, gives in a Frost Armor. He might just be surviving from the ganks if the Lich just goes there and give him an armor. So this Bloodseeker is definitely a huge problem right now.
And this is a hero that obviously snowballs better than most in the game. And as far as his potential to kill the other heroes around the map, is that something that like Terrorblade is going to be able to deal with if the Bloodseeker is just running at him?
If he's fat, yes.
Okay.
Because Sunder at the end of the day is still very good against another melee hero, but Bloodseeker can be. I think if up against Terrorblade, you can actually go for the caster build. You go the Dagon Octarine Core. And you don't exactly fight the Terrorblade head on because you can't really do that. But you just cast spells and you just kite him. You rupture him and you kite him. That could be a good solution against the Terrorblade.
Yeah, Blood Rite, things like that.
And
Start to get the
you
silence
clear
off.
the illusions off really easily if they can like one shot the illusions. So it could be a possible build here for the Bloodseeker against the Terrorblade. If Terrorblade becomes really fat. Right now Terrorblade's okay, so.
I guess the other thing is that you do also have Doom once he gets back up and alive, and that's another way to deal with the Terrorblade.
But then again, Doom is not there. I guess it goes for the same goes for the Rupture, because they can send back once they Rupture or Doom someone. I think ideally when they go in, someone has to take care of the Chen. Like maybe the Earth Spirit has to roll into the back line, silence the Chen, prevent the sandbag, prevent the heal, or he just has to Doom the Chen and the Rupture is on the Terrorblade, so they can't save him.
There are a lot of targets, though, that they would want to Doom. Because, like, let's say you Doom the Chen, then you don't have a Doom left over for the Puck, the Necro, or the TB, and then they might be the ones that kill you. Like, they do have a lot of targets that they would want to hit.
It's very difficult, though, because if they Doom the Necro, Chen can send him back. So it depends on the situation, how the fights play out, because if Earth Spirit is able to stop them, then you can obviously Doom the Necro or the Puck. It all depends on who gets the good jump, and they get a Doom here onto Ace.
That's a way to do it, and they're going to chase him down. Do they have anybody to keep him alive? Yaps are trying to pull one away. Can they get the deny? He's taking a lot of damage, moving into range. He doesn't quite get it.
Oh my god.
Oh, they wanted it so bad.
Big kill for Immortals here, getting the carry, Terrorblade. First Doom of the game, getting the carry. Very happy if you're Immortals right now. That's the biggest kill you can get so far.
That was really close to a deny. Even running back into range.
He had the Scorch Earth.
Yeah.
Scorch Earth plus Doom take damage was quite difficult for him to deny there, but nevertheless, good effort there.
Oh, look at this. By the way, Puppy is taking out a decent-sized stack, and Dubu's in the area. Oh, does he able to... He might be able to steal a couple of these away with a kick. Oh, he's waiting. He wants it. Or he's just going to soak up the experience.
He's just taking the experience. So.
Yeah, I would go in and kick these.
Yeah.
Go kick them.
Actually, yeah.
Kick
you're
'em.
right.
Kick him. All right, he got a couple. That was pretty sick.
He got one only. Puppy got the other with the tornado damage. But is he going to pay with life here? Puck comes in. Has a point.
There's a lot of heroes in the area, though. Forev, he's running at Puppy, going to be able to deal some damage. And, well, it looks like Puppy is also going to die. He doesn't get his creeps, and instead, he gets eaten alive.
Oh my god, this Doom is actually so damn scary right now with the critical strike. Did so much damage with the crit, Infernal Blade, Scorch Earth.
Phase Boots, he's going for a Shadow Blade as well. This is a scary hero to deal with, and he's just going to keep on running at people.
Yep. So, Bloodseeker has drums completed. They're not going for any items, like no Midas, no farming items. Everyone just goes for items that allow them to fight in the near future.
And it's very indicative of the way that
it's
Immortals want to play this game. Just keep running at them.
Yep. So, Secret right now, they really need more farm on all their cores. Yeah. Terrorblade, Necro, they're going to have to farm for some time. Yep, so going to set up a kill.
This is pretty nice. They're also going to have the Boulder Toss after the fact. He doesn't get the blood right off, and now the silence follows. They get the kill with the Necro Reaper Sight. That was the perfect initiation.
Yep, we talked about it before. They have to wait for the next Reaper before they can actually kill the Bloodseeker. So, once again, good movement here by Secret. Maybe on the Immortals side of things, Bloodseeker was a bit too, far up. The Reaper, he was trying to farm in front of the enemy tier 1, a bit too dangerous.
Right.
So getting punished there.
Well, 10 minutes in now, 5-3. The sort of big winner of this, it feels like, outside of the Bloodseeker and, well, I mean, basically what I'm trying to say is Venno has gotten a lot. He's been able to have a really decent time for himself. And already level 8 now, has the maxed out wards build, is going to be able to start not only clearing out camps, but also pressuring the tower pretty soon.
Yeah, that's gonna actually put a lot of pressure on one of the secret heroes like the Necro. If he ever makes those kind of moves again, it means the tower is gonna take a lot of damage. That's what Venos will do. They're gonna force someone to sit in the lane and defend the lane all the time, while the rest of his team is running around putting pressure on the other lanes. But right now, Immortals are smoked up towards the Venos lane. They're gonna try to take the tier 1 here.
Yeah, that big move. Does anybody really want to come and contest? It's Fata that's here solo right now. He does have
TPs?
9 stick charges in the roll forward, trying to catch him. They drop the Doom, the silence, the catch, the everything. Nobody is coming to help Fata.
Yep, can't really help him anyway. Too much damage there by the Doom.
Yapsor got ruptured bottom, but they won't be able to kill him off as he just TPs away.
Yep, just to force him out of the lane.
Is Puck really TPing into this? Mid 1.
The tower is still very healthy though. I can see why they're defending this tower.
Okay.
You don't want to give towers away in Dota. If you can actually hold it, it's never a good thing.
It's just so hard to actually deal with this constant pressure that's coming from these wards. Although it's not taking the tower that rapidly, and with the Puck pulling the creep waves past, it's going to be able to mitigate a lot of that damage.
And talking about Midas, guess who has his Midas? And Puppy is going to get his Midas.
Oh my god.
If they want to win this game, they're gonna have to take this game really late though. So, and most of the chance in the tournament has been going for Midas, except for I think Kuroki is the only one that doesn't go Midas. Everyone else does get the item.
Yeah, he's not in this tournament though, so we don't care about him. Oh, look at this, Yapsor. He also took some wards, so a pretty good pickup there, the Rubik.
Yep, we've seen time and time again why teams pick Rubik against Venno. Anything you steal from the Venno would be really good. Like you're basically using a support to counteract what the Venom is doing, because Venom is going to try to pressure a lane, but you can do it as a support Rubik. You steal the wards and you just do what he's doing in the lane.
Yeah.
And essentially replacing the enemy's carries pressure by your support just defending the tower. So it's a good trade for him. So Dubu here running into enemy territory, trying to look for a pickup and maybe place a ward.
Yeah, he realizes that there is a Wild Ring Ripper right there as well. Fata going to get stunned. They do have more heroes in the area right now. QO walking forward, these shard golems already threw out one of the hurl boulders, but it is going to be Immortals backing off.
They're going to have Shadow Blade on the Doom very, very soon, so that's going to be big for them.
And nothing has been revealed yet. Alright, now it has.
If they can actually get a pick on the Terrorblade or the Necro, it will be absolutely huge for them with the next Doom. 20 seconds.
Necro has Shadow Blade queued up as well. Not what I would have expected, but yeah, tier 1 tower in the mid lane starting to go down. They don't have wards here to help out against it.
I'm sure he's not serious.
Pull back in 1. There's the Rupture down as well, trying to deal the damage. They already throw out the Blood Right though, and that's going to be Doom dead. Nothing really used from him at all. The Chen heal though, they're able to keep him alive. No, the silence. He wasn't quite able to get it off, and well, he didn't actually have Sunder leveled anyways, but Immortals win there, taking down the Terrorblade, and only losing the Doom for it, and also getting the tower.
It's really, really good trade by Immortals here. Didn't even have to expand the Doom, so he's going to be able to have his Doom still up and Shellblade incoming, so might get a big kill here. But most importantly, they got the tower, so even more pressure on towards the secret side of the map right now. And they're moving towards the bot lane. Rupture up in 20 seconds.
Fata, he needs to get out of there.
I don't think he's serious with the Shadow Blade, right? Is he actually really getting Shadow Blade this game? But why would he actually want to get a Shadow Blade?
It's what the cool kids get? I don't know. I'm not I guess
I'm trying to figure out why. He's trying to just go behind enemy lines and snipe supports. What is the... I'm not sure why the Shadow Blade would be good here. I'm really not sure.
Okay.
First Mushi gets Shadow Blade on PL, now Fata's getting Shadow Blade on Necro.
Just needs to make sure he doesn't buy it.
Okay, that is not a Shadow Blade.
Yeah, he's getting the hood first. It's like he accidentally built a Glimmer Cape instead. It's not what you want to do. Dubu gets a ward down. Ships in the night with Puppy down there, but he's going to roll out again. And, well, Immortals, they have this big old wall of Plague Wards that are keeping the creep wave back.
They're doing the right thing. They're really strong right now. No Midas and everyone has fighting items, so they're constantly pressuring the enemy. Chen, on the other hand, has a Midas, so he wants to farm. And Secret wants to get more farm as well on the Terrorblade and on the Necro. So this is looking really good for Immortals to...
Oh, Freb just walked inside the Sentry Ward. Now they've got him caught for a second. The silence is there as well. Brought down very low. Can they actually kill him off, though? Looks like Freb is just going to be able to stand there and regen up. He still had 14 stick charges as well. Fata not opting to throw that ulti out.
Yeah, and he even took the HP talent, also extremely tanky. 275 health.
They really don't have answers right now for them if they just walk at him with the wards.
Yeah, pretty much like all of them went for like fighting builds, even the talents. Secret are going to have to look to maybe use the next 10 to 15 minutes to farm. They have to get more items. Maybe 10 minutes, yeah, at least 10 minutes farming time. They have to get 1 or 2 items on the Terrorblade. Necro as well, 1 or 2 items. Puck needs his blink very, very badly for his team to be able to fight. Yeah, they need time. Pretty much Secret needs time.
And you look here, they're not going to be given that time. Dubu is going to roll forward here, connects onto Ace. They spot which one's the real one immediately. And that's going to be a dead Terrorblade. Febby, the one that actually ends up picking up the kill. And now, sight set on the top lane, taking down this tier 1.
Yeah, objective, man. Look at the system, 1 tower at a time.
This is really impressive from them. Like, this is not the style of Dota that we normally expect.
This is Chinese Dota.
Yeah.
Objective systematically, 1 by 1 towers. They're actually taking towers this game. They're not just going for kills.
Do you think it had anything to do with QO chasing the Bloodseeker last game?
I don't know, but they have a Venom, so it allows them to push down towers pretty effectively at this stage of the game. And on top of that, they're going to have a Midas on the Lich. So they're going to have 1 Midas. That's going to allow the Lich to be a useful hero later in the game, if the game goes long.
Right.
Because Secret, they are very clear Secret wants to get into a very long game. They want to go into a more farming game. So they're preparing to do that with the Lich. Radiant's going to be on Bloodseeker, Venom. Venom's just going to go for like Hurricane Pike.
And I mean, you can see it's like the goal right now of Secret, just keep these lanes pushed out, as you said, and Chen is a great hero at being able to do that, Fata as well. If there's one thing that they can sort of hang their hat on right now, Secret, in this elimination game, it's holding high ground.
Yeah, because Immortals have gone for a very fighting build. They don't have a lot of Midas. They don't have Midas on Bloodseeker. Doom didn't go for the gold talent on the Devour.
Right.
So if the game actually goes late and Secret hold 1 base defense, I think if they can hold 1 base defense, they're going to be in a good position to win the game, despite being in a 5,000 goal deficit right now. Their lineup is more than capable of winning it late. Patience is the key here, Lyrical. Patience for Secret.
Patience from Secret.
Yeah, they need to be careful not to make the mistake that they made the last game where they actually ran to the Roche. They were good farming for some time, and then they decided to take the Roshan fight, and they lost so much ground from that. They have to not repeat that mistake in this game. If they can keep up the farm, they will be in a good spot to have a comeback chance in the game.
And I mean, it's kind of interesting too, because you have things like Febby, for instance, here is going for a Hand of Midas after the fact, realizing that they also need to have an answer for the later stages of the game.
I actually don't really like the Doom not getting the gold talent. I think they were already in such a good position, but I can understand why, because they want to fight. But he's not getting to fight right now. Secret are just dodging and just avoiding. Can he actually get the Doom on ATC days?
This is scary, but the TP, he is going to be able to get out of there just by the skin of his teeth. So good jukes from Ace. They get away, and Secret live to fight another day. But the Smoke Gang, they know that they moved down bottom. Oh, Yapzor, he's looking for an opening here, and he's going to find Dubu. The roll, he's going to be able to get the lift back, and that should be a pickoff. Maybe the beginning of the ruination. Secret finding a kill.
Still just a support kill, but Secret will be really happy getting anything right now, considering their position in the game. So more time to farm, but on the other hand, Immortals have already managed to set up really, really good wards. One on the top lane, one in the mid lane. Anyone walking past those areas is going to be spotted out by Immortals. Roshan will be definitely their next objective right now. They don't have any Solar Crest or Medallion, I think. Yeah, Lich doesn't have one. He has his Midas. He's going to a 4-star. They'll probably need like a Medallion, but I guess Bloodseeker still takes Roshan really fast with the Blood Rage.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I mean, is that a thing that you need to start thinking about if you're Immortals at this point? Like moving over towards there?
You want to get Roshan for sure. With this lineup, you want to snowball. Since they are so eager to fight with all the builds that the heroes of Immortals going for. Oh, Dubu going to catch out Fata here?
Yeah, he's caught him for the moment. Forev in the area with the Doom available. They drop it down. And nobody around. Chen on the other side of the map can't do the setbacks. Wanted it real bad, but it's going to be denied. Taken away from him. So
yeah, I guess that's the risk of having to spread the map, and everyone has to try farming. Someone's going to die at some point. And Necro is like, Necro or Puck should be the one pushing all this dangerous thing. They have to keep the safe farm for the Terrorblade.
Right.
So I would say that wasn't such a bad death. Tower still went down, even though it was denied. It's still coming for the Secret players.
Right.
So all in all, and Doom being used. So all in all, it's not a terrible loss for Secret.
Well, and you take a look at this too. You've got Yapzor constantly throwing out these wards. They're going to be able to hold off. You know, you talked about Roshan earlier, and I kind of do wonder. It feels as if Febby might have gone for a Medallion. They would have been able to take Roche earlier right now.
I mean, I think I like the Midas. I really like the Midas, but he can still go for the Medallion after that. I really think that they need to get the Roche ASAP. Okay,
it's going to be the Doom instead.
Actually, don't really like. I know this item is very important now, but I just don't like it on the Doom. I prefer it on the Lich. I think the Doom has to be a strong core in this game. He has to be very farm. He has to have like Shivas, Refresher, BKB. He has to build a lot of items because I am expecting the game to go really late. The game is already slowing down a lot.
Yeah. They haven't really been able to make that much more headway since we talked about the 2 tier 2 towers going down, because there's only one lane they have to focus on now.
Yeah, but I can understand that they want to go Roche. They understand that, and no one else can actually build the Medallion. And usually when those kind of situations arise, you look at your offlane player and like, dude, can you buy the gem? Dude, can you buy the Medallion? It's always the offlane guy, you know. The offlane guy has to do what the team needs him to do, you know.
No, I'm with you, absolutely. And, well, they are going to spot out that this is happening. Obviously, a Roche steal here would be tremendous, and Puck, unfortunately, is on the other side of the map. Does have the Blink Dagger, but mid one, it might be a little bit too big of an ask for him to go in for it.
No, they shouldn't try to fight. They should avoid fighting at all costs. They need to keep pushing. Only catching. They need to farm more items. They have to avoid fighting at all costs right now. If you're Secret, Necroforce has a lot of gold banked up though, so yeah, definitely not a fan of the Shadow Blade, which she has queued up. Still quick buy.
You can sort of understand it. Like,
I'm losing it.
All right, here's the thing. This is my pitch to you about Shadow Blade. If he can find one person as they're trying to push out of lanes and stop the push, like by getting a really long pickoff, that's value, right?
Okay.
If it works one time,
I'll reserve judgment until after the game.
Okay.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that it might work.
Smoke mid lane. MPQO, they're walking down mid, ready to make something happen. With the Aegis on QO, we saw what happened last time. He is ready to run at him. And, wow, the smoke actually breaks, though. Do they realize this? Radiant don't have vision in the area. Ace, he's completely alone up here, and they are going to be able to find this Terrorblade. Does have a TP, but might be a little bit too big of an ask, and will be brought down.
Mid lane.
Are they going to be able to find more here? Secret on the retreat, but they've caught themselves. Spada also, he is a TP, doesn't want to really end up doing it. Oh, the Chen send back. Good play right there as well. QO going to be pulled back in. The Dream Coil's already down. He's brought down very low. If they could burn through these Aegis, it would be quite good, but Blood Right stolen, trying to turn it, almost killing, almost getting him. They do burn through that Aegis. Big play right there, but it is going to come at the cost of Fada's life. Excuse me, Mid One's life.
Still good steal by Rubik. That spell is gonna be quite useful at defending their base. They do lose the puck for the Aegis on the Bloodseeker. But losing the Terrorblade, I would say, is a bigger loss for Secret.
Right.
Like, he's the hero that you do not want him dying. You want him to keep farming and keep getting more items. And he is having a pretty rough game here. His 4th death of the game. And Immortals gonna secure the tower.
Well, they're trying to at the very least.
Puppy's trying to deny the tower.
He's getting into position. And he's actually been able to get a decent amount of farm for himself, too.
Yep, Hand of Midas, baby.
It's the way to be. Fata walking forward under the cover of that Shadow Blade, but that's a little bit too scary chasing these guys. A 7,000 net worth lead now.
They have to wait for the next Doom. Immortals shouldn't rush it. They have to wait for their cooldowns, get their next round of items, then go again. Pipe is being... Oh, Pipe is already done on the Detomancer. Doom is getting his Shiva. It's gonna take a while. Lich is building a 4-star. I think Lich can actually consider going for like a DPS build this game, like a Maelstrom, Hurricane Pike into more damage items. I've seen Liches go that item. Can be very useful in a very, very long game, because this game is looking to be a long run.
Yeah, that sounds terrifying. And also maybe kind of bad, but I'll take your word for it. I'll reserve judgment like the Shadowblade Necro.
Dude, 150 damage.
All right. Well, that's a lot more than 150 damage coming up, Puppy. But they also got a little bit of farm in with the Chain Frost. He's well on his way to the 150 damage talent.
This guy is the only position 5 hero that I legit believe can be a carry.
Okay.
You know, believe the 150 damage talent, Lich.
I really, really don't.
Fabi, convince Lyrical. You can
We'll
do
see. I mean, if it goes the way they want it to, it might not even get to that point, to be honest. And already that tier 2 tower down. Winter. It's getting scary.
Frost armor on the siege creep, save the siege creep.
Stolen Plague Wards yet again. Blood right down. But all of them are dead.
Midas onto the siege creep. I don't know, man.
This is push again.
So Necro's getting a day.
Oh, he got caught again. He's going to need to dodge away from this one. Actually gives him the little okey doke and is just going to walk away. All right. That's fine.
He's actually fine.
Ace knows what he's doing. Oh, God, they're chasing, though. The stun isn't going to connect. He eats his way through the trees. Ace, the great escape. No, they caught him. God, they break the TP. He's so sad. Manta dodge. Sunder, the turnaround. He's going to kill them all. Forev, who are you fighting now? No, it's not going to end up working. It might actually, Dubu. Taking some damage as well. Nobody else is really the area. And while all this is going on, Fata takes down QO. They're reapplying Magnetize. He needs to just run and hoof it away from here. The Magnetize still ticking. 60 HP.
Oh my god, he actually didn't Okay, he's still
Alright, yeah, MP is still gonna die or get the kill. Oh no.
But they lost QO in the middle. Like, Shadowblade things, you know, Necro Shadowblade sneaking up to you.
I mean, value worth? You trade your Terrorblade for a Bloodseeker?
It's actually worth. They had to use the Doom as well, so it's a big cooldown. They got the tower, sniped the tower. Shadowblade escaped. You know, Shadowblade sometimes...
Yeah.
You know, people say in pubs, invisibility equals to invincibility. That's what's happened for Fata.
It's the same thing in a pro game.
So, John, okay, no more.
Are you believing in the Shadowblade Necro or no? Look at it, he's going for Dagon next. This is definitely a build I've seen before.
Well, Dagon is normal, Shadowblade is not.
Okay.
Dagon is okay. So what next for Terrorblade? He is on his way to a Lincoln Sphere, which is going to help him survive against the Doom. But he's going to take a while before he gets there. Puck's farming okay, Necro's farming okay. Still an 8k lead for Immortals. I think the game is still a long ways to climb for Secret. They have to get like more items. Like the way they play the game is going to be similar for the next maybe 10 to 15 minutes before they are able to take a head-on fight.
They're really doing a great job of keeping these lanes pushed out. And you see mid 1 over here as well. Does have that Veil available, and
look at
just going to blink back in.
Dubu. He's going to get scouted out by the creeps. They're pinging there. He was trying to put a very good observer ward in the enemy territory. Because right now, when you are trying to contain the enemy in the base, it's very important to have like wards deep in the territory so you can see them moving across. The gem is also definitely going to help them remove all the vision. Because if you look at the minimap right now, all these wards that Secret has, these are the visions that are allowing Secret to do what they're doing, moving out to push out lanes. They understand the positioning of the Immortal heroes, they know where's the Doom, they know where's the Earth Spirit, they can push out the other lanes. So right now, smoke up the catchers. I would call this duo the catchers right now. So Immortals have to catch out the Ratters, the speed pushers.
And it looks like they might just be able to do that top lane. Ace, again, going to be scouted by Forev. The Doom is there. But he actually used Reflection, and that reveals that Forev was there. As well as maybe a Sentry Ward. Ace almost going to get caught. Rubik's in the area, though. Be careful. Don't want to mess with this guy's carry.
It's a shrine, though. Like, it's usually never a good idea to chase up a shrine.
Right.
They have to get all this... Look at all this vision. They have to find a way to deward it with the Lich, with this gem. They need to control this area. Reclaim this area, I would say, because this is their jungle.
Oh, well, they found themselves Ace again. And he is going to start to fall. Can they get there? Oh, Chen's here, though. He's going to be able to get the send back. That keeps him alive. No way to purge it.
Oh, my God.
They actually had a purge creep earlier, but Forever not able to keep that one.
He actually had a... Yeah, I remember that. He actually had a purge creep earlier. That would have been able to remove the sandbag. But still, like, all this vision needs to be removed by the Lich ASAP. This is actually keeping Secret in the game very much right now.
You know, I don't want to call it a comeback yet, but it's a 9,000 gold lead, and this is not feeling like Immortals have a clean hold onto this one.
Yeah, because of the heroes, the composition. Like, Secret's composition can always win the game, like maybe with a 10k deficit.
Yeah.
But Immortals has to, because of the lack of Midas, lack of scaling, like even the Doom skipping the talent. Once again, it's really, really important that you have this talent if you want to go late game as Doom. So without the talent, it's going to be much more difficult for the Doom team. Like usually you consider Doom like, oh, he's really, really strong late game. He's going to have a lot of items, but if you skip the talent, it's going to mean that you're going to have like maybe one less item.
You skip the talent, you skip the Midas, you skip everything that normally people associate with this hero.
Skipping Midas is okay, but I kind of didn't expect him to skip the bonus skill as well. But it is what it is right now. They're going to have to farm more on this Doom to get his items to be able to fight.
Spots MP right here.
You know what? If he reaches to ultra late game, so say the Doom has Refresher, Agham's Refresher, I think they should still be able to do it if it reaches, if the Doom actually gets that fat.
I mean, the thing that we do need to be concerned about as well, though, is this is a Chen and a Rubik late game. So, like, those supports also scale incredibly well later on. I think it's almost like uncharted territories.
But I think if the Doom gets to that point, it's going to be very difficult to fight him.
Okay.
If the Doom actually, if he actually reaches to that point of the game, which is still a long ways away. Doom late game, you know, no one wants to mess with Doom late game. Unless you're like some Rave King in which you don't care that he dooms you.
Yeah, that's not a hero that we've been seeing all that often nowadays. But Terrorblade finally breaking into the tippy top of the net worth. He's number 3 currently. Finishes off that Lincoln Sphere so we can stop being as worried at least about the Doom coming from Forev. Although that might just mean Forev goes back and picks up the Purge Creep again. He's able to find one. But Immortals getting set up now for Roche. And we'll have to see if Secret are going to feel comfortable moving in and contesting this. It's going to have to be immediately, and it looks like the answer is certainly no.
Probably not. They're not going to repeat the mistakes that they made the last game. Maybe they can send the puck to try and steal the Aegis, but otherwise, no, he's not even trying. Like this is the right play for sure for Secret. I'm really happy that they're actually doing this and not repeating the same mistakes in the last game.
Forever right here is going to get spotted too. They had a Mud Golem just sitting on the shrine, so they knew that he was in the area. And mid 1 going to TP away, Fata walks away, and Secret again resets, keeping this game still within their wheelhouse.
This 10k goal lead is really, like you say, doesn't feel like a 10k goal lead for Immortals. Like,
the other thing is they're not really like keeping them locked in their base either.
They can't because of how fast they are clearing the creeps with all their heroes. Like Chen is pushing out with the creeps, Puck is pushing out, very difficult to catch Puck. Like if they're not catching them, they are not going to be able to push the waves out and pressure them.
Right.
The Doom and the Earth Spirit has to be very proactive at catching and camping in the lanes and killing the Terrorblade or the Puck when they come out. Like basically the job description of the players right now, Doom and Earthquake should always not be possible. They have to camp the lanes and place lane wards to catch enemy team. Bloodseeker, Venom, and Lich are the ones that are going to be tasked with pushing out. Maybe not so much the Lich, but the Venom and Bloodseeker.
Right.
Those are the two heroes that are going to be tasked out with pushing out the lanes and shuffling out the lanes as much as possible.
And I mean, even look at this down bottom shrine. Like the golems that are there, they just keep these constantly on the shrine so they know where the vision is, and they can play around wherever Immortals are.
These wards are actually just literally secret in the game, like all this vision they have on the top jungle, because they don't see any of the Immortal heroes in the top side of the map. So where can they be? Bottom, most likely bottom. So no one is actually going to bottom. The Terrorblade is not going to bottom. The Terrorblade is going to play with the vision. He's going to play within the safe zone, which is these two observer wards right here in the enemy jungle.
Well, that does of course mean that Fata is going to be the one that gets thrown to the wilderness, and Forev is able to take that kill.
Someone has to die, you know.
Right.
But you don't want the Terrorblade to die.
Yeah. And he's going to TP out. Over here to the side, QO wanting to find the kill onto Puppey. No way to break the TP. Rupture down. And Secret still hold on to all their heroes while
really,
mid one is pushing
really
the bottom
bad.
lane.
This is really bad. Look at the net worth. It's actually dropping down. They lost the Necro, but the 10k lead has slowly become a 9k lead.
Well, MP is going to be able to push at least a little bit, but immediately again, they force back some other heroes, and if he sticks around too long, he might have gotten caught out and killed as well. So I guess, is Boots of Travel going to be that thing that you look for Immortals to stop the split push?
Yeah, that's a great great. I think Bloodseeker should. Yeah, he's queuing one. Bloodseeker and probably Venom. I think these two heroes you want a Boost of Travel on, because they're going to be the ones primarily pushing out the lanes. So you want them to have the ability to join the team whenever possible. And even the Doom at some point, because you're going to need like him to be moving around the map. Yeah, as you can see now, he's even trying to push out the lanes because they are getting heavily pushed out in all three lanes. He has to help out his team. Ideally, you do not want this to happen. You want the Doom to be always hunting for heroes when you have your ultimate up. He's actually just running. He's going to go join his team maybe. He has a Purge Creep this time, cancel the sandbag.
The Upstar is just so hungry for that Plague Ward steal from MP. He ended up having to take it away.
Even the Blood Ride would be... I think Blood Ride probably would be equally as good as the wards though.
Rupture. The Upstar's caught there for the moment. He's able to steal Rupture now. Maybe going to throw this back against them, and QO in a little bit of a scary spot. He's going to get caught and killed. Now when he comes back up, he's going to also maybe get Ruptured again. Although the Upstar got sent back, so they're a little bit outside of position.
He wasted the BKB. Oh my god, so I don't think they can push anymore. The BKB down and the Chain Frost down.
Immortals, another flub, another chance here for Secret to start putting themselves in a position. It's still a 12,000 net worth lead into the favor of Immortals.
Yeah, but it's very hard for them to siege high ground because of Terrorblade, the reflection. The Radiance on the Bloodseeker, once you get hit by reflection, you're just pretty much going to kill your teammates as well.
And if they step forward too far again, it's Yapsor holding on to the Rupture. And
this is actually not looking that great anymore for Immortals. They have to be very careful with the next few moves they are making. They can't afford to like throw away a big team fight, lose a couple of cores. Game will be very, very different if that happens. They have to be careful not to overextend and not to give away kills.
And on top of that, still a tier 2 tower was taken in the bottom lane, mid 1. He has Boots of Travel as well as the Aghanim Scepter, so he's going to be able to split push really effectively. Ace. Bottom lane.
Oh my god. He was so close to getting caught out by Doom there.
Yeah, and with the Purge there as well as the Doom, it certainly would have been a kill, as Forev is going to move down the bottom lane here, see if they can find themselves a mid 1. Do they have a scan available? Looks like the answer is yes. Not opting to use it yet, but there's Puck, mid 1 in a scary spot. They also have Shivas, but not going to try and chase the Puck.
But he's already done his job. Look at the minimap. He pulled 4 heroes from Immortals. He doesn't know, but we know. He pulled 4 heroes down to the bottom lane, and immediately what happens? Look at the Terrorblade and the Necro. They pushed up mid and top. They're doing the right things. The things that they are needed to do to win this game. Every time mid one or Necro draws attention, they have to immediately push out the other lanes.
It is still so hard for Secret to win a fight, it feels like.
But they're on their way.
Right.
They're on their way. Terrorblade is close to be very strong right now. I think once he completes the Skadi, he's going to be a very dangerous force in the battlefield.
Q. completely alone here.
Oh, Necro.
Are
Shadow
they
Blade.
going to be able to do this? Okay, they're not deciding to go on him.
Okay, okay.
I was wondering if they were going to try and do that. All the rest of Immortals in the area, a bit too scary.
Okay, so right now, Immortals, they are probably thinking, what item should we get? Should we wait for the next Roshan before we make a next aggressive play? So refreshers on the list of... Oh, Forev gonna get a Doom?
They got it. Down bottom. Gonna be caught for a moment, but now it's stolen. It was only going to be the Scorched Earth, though, and he's ruptured. So Forev in a bit of a scary spot as well. They're trying to pull him in. Puck is again gonna get caught. The Force Staff, the turnaround, actually able to keep them back for the moment. Dubu's gone, and Puck is living through this. This is not the team fight that Immortals wanted in the least bit. QO pops his BKB, so a lot of damage being done, and now he's able to steal that blood rage. The turnaround, the damage! Ace is a monster in this fight. Meanwhile, top lane, it is going to be the Venomancer pushing this in, and MP going to maybe get caught out as well. Are they going to end up losing the Venomancer also? A lot of damage being dealt, and MP is going to go down. Winter.
That is the fight that they are waiting for.
They even get the send back onto Ace, so he's not going to die to the Gale and combo.
QO being overzealous there. He had a cheese, but he just got stunned and burst down. Oh
They
my.
did lose a tier 3 tower at the very least.
I can tell you, bro, that was not worth it.
Okay.
if they go one side of lane down, like one lane of Rex down, and they get a few kills, I think it's still fine for Secret right now. Their heroes are more than capable of defending the mega creeps, even if they have to lose a lane. As long as they can prolong the game and keep getting items on Terrorblade, it's going to reach a point where Immortals cannot fight into the Terrorblade, and it's actually coming soon. Terrorblade with one more item, I think one more item, he completes the Skadi, and he gets one more item, I think he's just going to be unkillable with the Chen and Necro by his side.
It's a hard hero to deal with for sure. And the Skadi done, like you were talking about, in the mid lane. So again, going to try and push this out. He did actually blink into this, so now he's in a scary spot, but the blink back, they don't want to actually take that fight.
This is like problems arising for Immortals. If you're in the booths right now, you're starting to get nervous at this point of the game. You're gonna be trying to make your plans for ultra late game. You understand that you have to wait for the next Roshan, but even with the next Roshan, they still have to be very careful.
Right.
Because the Terrorblade is very strong right now. Very, very strong.
Well, and the other thing that's a little bit scary, like this Test of Faith cooldown, it's going to be a little bit lower. They're going to be able to send a lot of different heroes back in the fights. I am also sort of just looking at the other big things that have sort of made it work for Immortals in the past. It's been the Doom. Pretty much everybody has a Lincoln Sphere now.
They need the Purge from the Doom. Like, the Purge creep is going to be able to remove the Test of Fate.
They see QO here. Are they trying to set up onto QO? All right, QO realizing that something's up. He's going to back out.
Yeah, the last two deaths by QO has put Secret in a very good position to get into ultra late game. He cannot afford any more deaths right now from now on. I think if he loses his life and they lose the next fight, the game might just be out of their control anymore.
Mid one's been playing a fabulous puck, been able to keep this bottom lane pushed out constantly. Yep. It's been able to deal a decent amount of damage to the tier 3 tower even.
It's all about like, positioning, you know. They are maintaining their position.
Forev, bottom lane, thinking about it. Puppy's showing. Are they going to go for him? The roll in. They want to take this fight. They have the Lincoln Sphere. So many of them, though. And now Dubu's gone too far forward, but there's going to be the rupture. Doesn't end up really connecting the way that they wanted it to, so they've already lost the Earth Spirit. QO walking forward into this.
The gem. He wants to take the gem.
Oh, the coil is a little bit off the mark.
Yeah, look, that move right there tells you Immortals are getting nervous. That was a very, very forced play right there. Roshan is up, DD available. The Rune of Destiny, some may say. Immortals need this Roshan more than Secret.
Lich went for the damage talent, by the way, to bring it back to that.
Come on. He has a Dagon?
Yeah.
Not a fan of Dagon and the damage talent. I'm more of a fan of going for like right click, building the Lich in. Yeah, I guess that's the reason why you just get a level 1 Dagon to taser the illusions.
Yeah.
Because he one-shots the illusions.
QO in the meantime going to solo Roche with the DD rune, but do they realize that this is happening? Mid one, he's over in the area, but it was just to pick up his Lincoln Sphere.
Triple Lincoln Sphere.
So much single target stuff coming out from Immortals. And it does look like with this Roche going down, this is probably the moment that you're going to need to look to for Immortals to finish this game off if you want to still be fighting from an advantage.
maybe if not finish this game off, they need to bare minimum, I think, with this Roshan, take a lane of Rex.
Okay.
If they fail to take a lane of Rex with this Cheese and Aegis, I think they're just going to straight out start losing the whole game. They have to inflict structural damage towards the secret base. They have to, right now. This is not looking good at all for them. They're running out of time.
4.5 minutes to get it done. Immortals on the verge of elimination, as is Secret. Secret down 12,000 net worth.
But it feels like they're in the lead, you know?
It really does.
Just hero composition, Dota stuff. Kills and numbers doesn't speak of the game. So right now, Immortals, do they have any last items to complete? I guess they can actually just finish up the butterfly on Cure. That's a very big item they can finish.
Venno has the 25 as well, so the Plague Wards, that might be the other answer.
The Refresher is the other big item on Doom. He's actually not too far away. Still, it's more than halfway there, so they might... But
Doom isn't with the rest of his team right now.
Oh, I think he's just going to go back and buy a Boost of Travel.
Okay.
They should be pushing. They should be pushing.
Yeah, they're starting to lay down these wards. So hard to deal with. 1,350 HP while dealing 120 damage apiece. Not to mention the poison sting.
This is still not an easy task to breach high ground. The puck, Rubik, everything clears out the waves really fast. Where's the Chen army? Oh, just in the base. He has a frost armor and a move speed, the Cobalt.
There's the boots that you were talking about. Boots Travel allows Forev to get in front and center, and now stealing Scorched Earth. That's a stun onto mid one. A decent start. QO going to be caught, going to be brought down very low, but not dead yet. Do they decide to chase this one any further? It was a long duration coil because of the Ags.
He has 2 cheese though. Probably he's going to use one of them.
Well, he's keeping it in his inventory for the moment. He might just go back and try and kill some creeps.
Okay, the butterfly is here. So it's pretty much go time for them.
If they realize that the Bloodseeker wasn't here, they might decide to go on this. No, it's too scary. Need to wait for the coil. Still 25 seconds away from that being up.
They're trying to push out 2 lanes in. Try to pressure them more. Getting the HP back on the Bloodseeker as well, so he doesn't have to use the cheese, but he won't have enough mana for the fight though. They don't have arcane boots, I don't think. Yeah, no arcane boots. So
2 minutes till the Aegis is gone. QO walking forward. They're still throwing out these wards continuously. Gale is already down. Now the pullback in. Silence doesn't connect onto any of Secret. Yapsor walking very aggressively forward. He's going to get Dagon, going to get brought down low. The Yule Scepter lift up. Is he going to be able to get out of there? They're able to purge a pull back down. Yapsor barely staying alive. Is he going to lift her? No, QO was able to find that kill, but there's going to be the Chen heal. Now they buy back on Yapsor. QO still with the Aegis. They're keeping him alive. Now they find the Doom. That's Chen gone for 50 seconds. No buyback on him. Very low and are going to end up losing Fata. He has buyback though. That's the Aegis already expended. Tier 3 tower is down as well. Now they got the Doom, which was stolen and turned back against the Bloodseeker. No way to use those cheeses that are in his inventory. He's moving so fast, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. They're able to get that Sunder off, and now MP also starting to fall low. Fata needs to stay alive here. He gets the Reaper Sight. Can he find the cheese? The Doom more on Fata. He wanted it so badly, but he wasn't able to get it. It's not going to be enough. QO was able to outlast the duration of that Doom. They weren't able to get the Reaper Scythe off, and Immortals are going to win that fight. No Fata.
Oh, Venno is probably thinking about whether he should buy back and try. Oh no, he doesn't have enough gold if he buys back to get Boots of Travel. Yeah, okay, that's probably why.
Well, they still are holding on to one more of those cheese. It's still on a 9-second cooldown, actually. Is he going to die before it happens? Pops the BKB. He's still there inside the coil. They know he's here, but it wears off now. Still chasing. Yule Scepter lift up. He has the cheese available to him. Manta Style running away. The Stone Boulder comes through. And now Ace. Yapsor dropping low. Is he going to end up dying? The Force Staff away. Forev running, chasing. And they do lose Yapsor. They lose Puppey. 3 heroes down. Secret on the verge of being eliminated from this one. And it looks like it might just happen. Immortals. They finally find an answer to break the base.
Yeah, very, very good initiation there by Osprey and the Doom. Even though Rubik managed to steal the Doom, but it wasn't enough.
All right, Ace, he bought the refresher to get another round of Metamorphosis, but is he going to actually be able to make this work? They just don't have enough damage.
It's Megas. But still not over. They can definitely defend with their lineup. Still not over. Immortals there. One hand in the driver's seat. They still have to finish the game. Maybe with the next... If they're going to be really, really safe, they're going to wait for the next Roshan, get another round of items, and then finish the game.
My goodness. Immortals putting on a hell of a display here. 30,000 net worth. Look at that drop that occurred.
Yeah, that was very, 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 very nervous for them in that fight because they knew they had to deal damage in that Roshan, with the Roshan and the cheese there, with the Aegis and the cheese there. If they didn't actually breach, they would be in trouble. So right now, Immortals are in a very comfortable position.
I've got to say, I'm really impressed with this Immortal team. We've seen them be able to, fight constantly, run at people, not take objectives, but this is a different type of game from them. This was one where they had to be patient and had to wait for that, perfect moment. If they were diving the towers earlier on, they might have ended up losing this one, and now in a very, very strong position.
To be fair, Kyo dived like once or twice, but
yeah,
everyone was pretty composed this game. They did what they needed to do to win the game.
All right, jump forward. There's a catch. My God, the damage quite significant. They get the send back, just barely keeping alive that Necro. And, well, now can they make anything else happen? It's a lot of those coils snapping, actually. Okay, Immortals need to take a moment to think about things. They blow up the Earth Spirit. All is not lost. Everybody from Secret is up.
They don't have Metamorphosis, though. That's why they are very reluctant to fight.
Scary stuff indeed. Yeah, the Fresher is gone as well. Metamorphosis back up in 25 seconds. Puppey very low. Forev chasing. Hand of God comes out, keeping them a little bit more tanky now. And, well, also going to get the reflection out. Another blood right. There's 1,010,000,000 of them out right now. The tier 4 towers, though, are starting to fall. Immortals, they smell blood. They want it desperately. Reaper's Sight, their MP dropped low, but he's going to live against his former team. Mid one turning again. They're trying to make this work. The Venom's going to be forced to buy back right now. QO still hitting everybody incredibly low, and Ace is finally going to fall. That is the Terrorblade gone for 80 seconds. One more couple of kills, and GG is called as Immortals are going to be moving on in this tournament.
Oh my God, the Korean Overlords victorious here. Very impressive game still, very composed game. They had to be patient in this game. They couldn't really force the game too much, force kills because of how well Secret is playing. After the early game deficit, they were holding on to the game, speed pushing really well, and not giving too much opportunities for Immortal to press their advantage. But still, at the end of the day, Immortals did what they needed to do to win the game. Finally, the pressure paid off with the Aegis and Cheese. They were able to break in, get the Rexes, and finish the game.
Man, and again, for Secret, you gotta... I still think that they've shown that they're quite a good team. They've just been going up against really good teams as well. They got knocked out by Liquid in the last one, getting knocked out by Immortals here, a team that I think a lot of people have high expectations for. Look at the man. He's very happy with himself right now.
Yep, very good series though. Very privileged to be able to see the games here.
I mean, so talk to me a little bit about it. They're later on going to be going up against Mineski, I believe, in the next series. What do you expect out of that game?
Going against Mineski will be quite tough though, because even in the past, they do struggle a lot against Mushi's team or other C teams because of the playstyle. But overall, it's going to be a really interesting matchup. All
right, I can't wait to see it. I hope that you guys are enjoying it. But we're going to go back to the panel. One more series to go in our long day, and then of course tomorrow we finish off the PGL minor. See you guys in a few for the draft talking. And oh my goodness, my mouth is just falling apart. Winter, save me. Go to a break.
It was almost inevitable, really, wasn't it? Green heroes, green logo. The green of Immortals has made it through to the semi-finals. Congrats to Immortals and to the South Koreans. They have defeated Team Secret in a thoroughly wonderful to watch series by 2-1. Let's find out what Cap and Blitz made of that one. Will, we'll start with you.
So I actually said that Secret was going to easy 2-0 that.
You did.
And then I went against them.
Yeah.
But on the real, just to break that fourth wall or whatever, when we left this booth, I told Cap, I was like, well, that's surprising that Immortals is going to win 2-1.
Yep. He did.
Yes.
I can confirm.
Okay, I want to bring in Febby because he's waiting in the player area right now. So before we get into the replays and what have you, let's bring him in right now and say, hi, Febby, well done.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Congrats on the win. How tough was it to play Team Secret again?
It was harder than the first series, I suppose.
Yeah.
They had a last pick, Meepo.
Yeah.
So
Was that a surprise?
We were thinking, oh shit, we didn't ban Brood, so we were afraid of last pick Brood Mother.
Right.
But then the last pick Meepo us. So
Yeah.
we're like,
I mean,
oh,
both
shit.
are bad, right? Yeah. Both are bad. Did you write that off? Did you sort of go, all right? Was that always in your head when you got the Meepo? Did you think, yeah, we probably can't win this?
You're not supposed to express it because
Right.
it brings in negative vibes to
Yeah.
the team, but I felt it. I'm like, oh shit.
It's okay. No one's watching right now.
Yeah.
It's just me, you, and a couple of guys in the analyst panel. It's fine. We
Yeah.
won't tell anyone. I've got Cap and Blitz alongside. Gents, have you got any questions for Febby?
Yeah, Febby, I had a talk with Forev a few weeks ago, and I remember he was playing something interesting. I think it was like sort of off lane, and I asked him why, and he said, I need to adjust to MVP playstyle. He's like, I need to go back into that. Do you feel like your playstyle had to change coming back to the all-Korean squad for Immortals?
I mean, I played with QO back then in Fnatic, so I don't think I changed. Like,
It's just QO who leads the playstyle, right?
It's not
So
the
no
MVP
change for you.
style, It's QO style.
Were you pissed at all when you guys were like stupid far ahead and then he dies 2 times for like absolutely no reason in mid, just like chilling? Was there a moment where you're just like, damn it, we're about to lose?
I mean, like I played with QO for like 3-4 years. I was mad in like first 2 years. Now like now I blame myself. Like now I blame like QO. I mean, Febby, you should have told QO, like you should have kept saying don't go. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
What makes you stick with QO through all this? You've been through the same playstyle over and over, and occasionally QO does these sort of things. What for you stands out? Why do you keep staying with QO? What are the positives?
I think it's because I feel like we can win TI. I think that's it.
Okay.
With this playstyle. We look bad, but like sometimes we look good, so we gotta just limit the not looking bad part.
That was kind of going to be my question to you, Febby. How do you stop the high, the very, very highs when you're playing like that? It's amazing to watch. We love watching you play. But when the lows come, it does look a bit rubbish, doesn't it? So how do you narrow that and make you more consistent?
I mean, when we do look really bad, like we know why it didn't work, so I guess it's okay.
Well, that's half the battle, knowing that it's gone wrong and knowing why.
If you don't know why you look bad, then
Yeah.
you would want to disband and stuff. So
Well, don't do that, please. We're looking forward to seeing how you get on all the way through to TI this year, and congrats on getting your first point. Semi-final is yours so far. I guess are you still looking further than that? Are you still thinking, yeah, we might be able to win this?
of course, like when we first came here, I thought that if we won our first series against Secret, like we would do really well. Like I thought like we could go to grand finals and stuff. So I'm looking for more.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to seeing how you get on in the semi-finals and potentially the final tomorrow as well. But we're going to let you go because I know you've got an early game tomorrow against LGD.
Yeah.
All right. We'll let you go. Thanks for joining us, Febby.
Bye.
Great to have him on the show as well. Great characters in that team, aren't they?
Dude, they're like the funniest dudes ever.
Yeah. I mean, even when they're losing, like if you've ever watched them live, when they lose and they lose a team fight, you can literally look over and 3 or 4 of them will just be cackling with laughter. Like, they just literally laughing their heads off. And they just lost a team fight.
That was like the best answer ever, by the way, by Febby, when he was just like, I don't even blame Q, I blame myself. This is my fault.
So good. Let's check back in with some of the glorious highlights, actually, from the particular third game. Although, as you pointed out rightly, there were a couple of occasions when QO was doing QO things.
Dude, the dive by QO at the bottom tier 3.
Yeah.
He didn't know that Puck had Aghanim Scepter, so he snaps the coil while he had BKB on. He was like, oh, I'm fine. I'll just keep running. I have cheese. snaps the coil, doesn't get cheese off. Like, ooh, that was a throw.
There was a time period when we first went to Korea and we were playing against Q all the time. And this was like, I don't know if I should say this, but we had this like term. It was like classic Q. It was like, if we were down 10k gold, if it was against QO's team, we would never give up. Like, no matter what, Bambo would say, QO will find a way to lose this game for his team. He's like, you guys need to calm down. Like, QO will find a way to throw this game. And so just keep playing. That was always the strategy against QO. Like, keep the game going as long as possible. But he's kind of worked those issues sort of out.
They're not as prevalent as they used to be, are
Yes.
they? And
here's
whilst
the
we're having a
dive.
bit of fun at his expense, it's also worth pointing out that he's also a star player, and that's the reason that they're building this squad around him.
Oh, of course. Amazing player. And he always had that skill. It was just sometimes he didn't know how to temper things.
Right. Someone did, and Will, you might be able to clarify this. Someone did tell me a while back. This is a few months back, actually. In fact, it might have even been last year. They felt like QO was the Korean Eternal Envy.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, that's how we look at him in the
I
Korean
mean,
online
is
community.
it still like that, though?
Yeah, sort of. I
Is
don't
it?
think that'll ever change. Like,
Okay.
Kyo is just, I don't know, he's a character. Everyone always like yells at him stuff, and he's just like, dude, it's not my fault.
There's a lot of players who actually have that play style, right? Very high
Yeah.
risk, high reward,
Yeah.
and I don't think they've ever really changed that. Eternal
Right.
Envy is one. Sexy Bambo is another one. I would say Jimmy Demon.
Yeah,
he's another
for
one
sure.
who definitely has that very flashy kind of
Yeah.
like high risk, high reward play style.
It's
And,
great. I
and
mean-
I don't really feel like any of them have actually changed over the years. Like maybe they tempered it a little bit,
Right.
or if they changed a role so it doesn't, it's not as
I mean,
noticeable.
I was going to say Jimmy, when he changed to running support, was very different, wasn't he? He was more team oriented. But do you not enjoy players? I love players
Yes.
like that because
Absolutely.
you never know what they're going to do. They do the unusual, and you sort of feel like if they didn't have those in-game flaws, they might not hit the highs that they hit. You know, if you're telling them he just went, no, I'm just going to play straight, completely straight, maybe that takes away the other stuff, the cool stuff that he does do, and you kind of accept that occasionally he might make a few mistakes.
You're pushing the game and yourself to the limit.
So you're
right?
going to make mistakes.
Sometimes you're going to overstep. Sometimes you're going to like underestimate what the enemy is able to do to you. But other times you're going to be able to look like the best player in the game.
I like it. I like it a lot. Let's take a look at the match scoreboard, as you can see there. Most scoreboards, you kind of go, yep, that looks about right. This one, does it look right to you?
It looks like a pretty standard MVP game.
It does,
It's
doesn't it?
There's like
There's a big upward tick at some point in time to the
It's
enemy
like,
team's
whoops.
flavor.
But it's
Because-
all right.
But to be fair, I mean, we'll come on to the MVP as well in a moment. I do want to clarify on Secret, because we haven't really touched on them too much. There were windows in this game.
Yes, but I feel
They
like
were narrow, but they were here.
I think their lineup was just a little bit too limited, and that's why, even though I said that Secret would win, after that I was like, okay, MVP is gonna win this because I felt like there was just too many tools they had to deal with their heroes. I felt like the Roshan was always gonna be in Immortals' favor.
Yeah.
The only way that I could reasonably see them winning this game is if they just held high ground for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But even that was a problem because their ability to double burst became really limited at some point, and the high ground potential for their team was always there on the side of MVP. Whereas I felt like there wasn't really a lot of moves that they could make safely, and that's why the Doom pick was so good, because you can't move map against this hero. Once this hero gets a Shadow Blade, you can't just like wantonly push out lanes, which I think is the way to play against MVP. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You saw mid one, he showed all the time as the puck, and he was actually pretty successful for the most part. Yeah, so scared. He was always in the trees, would have to throw out an orb, blink in, silence, back off to the trees again, because he just knows the Doom's always hunting for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, gents. We're going to take a break. Slightly extended break, obviously, not just a very short break, but not too long. Enough for you to, go and chill, relax, make a cup of tea, get back. Because when you come back, I promise you, you will not want to miss the final elimination match of the day. The last time these two met was yesterday.
Next matchup, Evil Geniuses versus VGJ. Get the alpha, be the alpha.